The following program is presented by DSPN Live. You're looking live at the Olympic rink from the Advent Health Orlando Ice Den, where tonight we have Game 2 of the weekend series between the FAU Owls and the UCF Knights. Last night, the Owls got off to a horrid start and were saved in the first period by McMillan in net. They battled back not once, not twice, but 3 times to tie this UCF team before giving up a power play game-winning goal with 3 minutes left. UCF now 9-10-1, kept attacking all night, over 55 shots on this FAU Owls team, and the special teams were special again. With a win tonight, UCF gets back to 500 for the first time and improves in their College Hockey South playoff standings. Another close loss after another tough game on the road for this FAU Owls team. Will they fly back to Boca victorious, or will the Knights increase their winning streak to 3? All the answers next on DSPN Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to UCF Hockey on DSPN Live, your premier destination for all things amateur hockey. I'm your host, Louis DePaulo. I'm thrilled to bring you all the action tonight from the Advent Health Orlando Ice Den, the Olympic rink. We're going to have interviews with some of the best players in the game. We're going to have in-depth analysis. We got replay. We got it all going on. I'm going to have my color man, UCF intern Isaac Abdel-Messiah is with us tonight. And we got college's greatest cameraman, Jake Rahano. He will be here. If you are ready for some cool collegiate ice hockey action, you came to the right place. By the way, we were talking about the weather last night. It's 16 degrees right now with the wind chill. Crazy even here in Orlando. Tonight's Seminole Money Tree storyline for the Owls. Slow start again, battled back, stood tall, nearly pulled off a miracle win last night. For more on the Owls, here is assistant coach Justin Grandinetti moments ago. All right, everybody, I'm here with assistant coach Justin Grandinetti. Justin, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, I know you want to give a shout out to your wife. Let's just get it done and out of the way because you're here all weekend.
Okay, so yesterday there was a mistake on her name. Her name's Jennifer Grandinetti.
Not Jessica.
Not Jessica. And she's watching from
my fault.
She's watching from Montreal at this moment, but we do live in South Florida, obviously.
Well, hi, Jennifer. Hope you're warmer than we are. The wind chill at 9 o'clock tonight when we drop the puck is 16 degrees in Orlando. Crazy. So I met you last semester when you came up to play Embry-Riddle. Great guy. Got to meet Andrew, the whole thing. I know Grosky very, very well. Know the program very well. So last night, very, very slow start if you weren't with us. Regardless of where you were watching from, Canada, the U.S., it was a slow start by all definition. FAU survived the first period because McMillan was terrific in net.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a stud. From the drop of the puck to the end, he was the main reason we stayed in it.
I think
from start to finish.
I think at one point, Justin, shots were like 28-7 or
yeah.
something. Just absolutely hammered. He was amazing between the net. Now, despite all that, I think it was 1-0, then 2-1, right?
1-0, 1-1,
right,
2-1.
Right.
Yeah.
So FAU battled back not once, not twice, but 3 times last night, and you went all the way to like the last 3 minutes of the game. It was tied 3-3, and then a power play goal did it for the Knights.
Yeah.
But talk about the heart and the composure of this Owls team? Because it was on full display last night.
Yeah, I think all season long we've kind of battled back. We typically get off to a slow start, unfortunately, but we have so much heart in that room from the top line to the bottom line, and I don't even like to say top to bottom because they're, you know, we like to play 4 lines as much as we can.
Yep.
But yeah, no quit. We never feel like we're out of a game from the first game of the season until last night.
I was thinking, oh man, you're going to need a lot of cannolis when you got back to the hotel last night. But all of a sudden it was like you got the first one, then UCF answered back. You tied it up, and then you answered back.
Right.
They went ahead, and then you got the shorthanded goal, which was a terrific goal, by the way. And then all of a sudden it looked like we were going to overtime until the penalty came up. So on the Olympic rink here in Orlando at the Ice Den, I talked to Coach Yagoda last night. Didn't seem to bother you guys at all. You were right at home, you know, singing Sammy Watson over there was all over the place. Bucci was great. Everything was fine. It was like you didn't have any issues adjusting.
Yeah, we're a quick team, and I think it almost works in our favor. What I told the guys last night was, you know, you practice on small ice and you get out here and it works in your favor. You have that much more time to make your decisions. And, yeah.
Good point. That's a great coaching point. So the power play and the penalty kill for FAU hasn't been as strong as they wanted this year, but wasn't bad last night, including that shorthanded goal. What do you think overall of special teams, Justin?
As far as the power play goes, I would have loved to get more shots on net. I think we controlled the puck decent, not as well as I'd like. Definitely not enough shots on goal for the power play. Penalty kill, I think we went 50% if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think they scored 2 power play and we killed 2. You know, it is what it is. You're going to let up some shorthanded ones, but I think we have a pretty good core of penalty killers, and we went over some video, and we'll correct them tonight.
So he did not see my Lewis's list, which is my keys to the game. One of them, as you look right here, shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple times on the power play, you had the puck down on this end, you came out in front, didn't take the shot.
Yep.
You were right in the slot more than one time, and you just either continued through the slot or you passed it back up to the point.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure a shot was coming. So to your point, get your shot when it's there, take it, right?
Yeah, so it's funny you bring that up because when we were going over a video today, we were using your broadcast. And obviously, when you're going over video, you pause it, you discuss what happened, and you continue the video. And we paused it and said exactly that. Hey, we were right in the slot. You had a wide open slot to take the shot. Shoot it.
Yeah.
Then we hit play, and then you said it.
See, great minds.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, if you don't take the shot, you're not going to score. So they have to work on that for sure. All right, tonight, you come back. You're looking to make a name again for yourself this year with this young team. Playing here against another good team tonight, again, back-to-back with Orlando, with the UCF. You had back-to-back with Tampa. You had back-to-back with Florida Southern.
Yep.
But you're holding your own. What do you got to do to get started quick tonight? What's your message in the locker room?
I think back to basics. So we had a game plan in the beginning of the game. It got away from us extremely early on. I think we panicked in the first.
Yeah.
We got right into our game plan starting in the second period and the third period, and I think we tied the second and tied the third, right? Because we were down 1 after each period. So I think the game plan that we had set works. We just need buy-in from everybody, and then just basics. You know, stay out of the box. I think the first 10 weeks of the season or something like that, we were the most penalized team in the league. And then we went on a really long stretch of no penalties and things like that. And I think maybe if I had to say one detriment to playing on this big ice is you get a little bit lazy when you're used to small ice back checking and things like that. When here, you're skating behind somebody, you kind of cheat a little bit with a hook. I don't think we got hookings or trippings like that, but you cheat a little bit.
All right, we always end the show with the starting goaltender. Who's starting tonight for the FAU Owls?
Big ol' Seth Fisher.
Fisher. He's got big shoes to fill.
Absolutely. I'm 100% confident.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the show. Always a pleasure to have you. Great guy. By the way, if you missed my interview with Sammy Watson last night, who I got to know when we were in France, college hockey all-star, on and off the ice, watch what he said about you and about Andrew. Did you see it?
I did.
Pretty moving. Pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys got your act together. That's what it's all about.
It's what it's all about. Absolutely. I love this team. I feel like I'm back in my playing days on these bus rides, and I love it.
Well, it was very moving. Second generation Grandinetti right here. And I want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck
it.
to the Owls tonight and the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute. The Orlando Ice Den Pro Shop is your one-stop shop for all your hockey needs. The Pro Shop carries all lines of the top protective gear and equipment. The Ice Den staff is trained to fit you in the right gear and recommend the best equipment for your skater skill level. Stop by the Ice Den Pro Shop now, or you can call them at 407-916-2552 and tell them that Lewis sent you. All right, for the UCF Knights, they came in last night after a big win last weekend against Embry-Riddle. They played very, very well, dominated the game, just didn't dominate the scoreboard, but they played very, very well. Coach Brewster was busy. He was working with the team doing stuff. So we have a substitute and a special night tonight. Watch this. All right, everybody, I am here with substitute coach, full-time player, JT Fuller. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Welcome to the program. You've never been on this way.
No, thank you for having me.
Of course. So he is playing tonight, but coach is in a meeting. So Brewster sent JT and Seelar up, and we needed a face for radio, so we picked Fuller instead,
Yep.
right? All right. So the season right now, 9-10-1, home again, 3 in a row now, and a chance to win 3 in a row on home ice after a 4-game road trip that was 2 in South Carolina, right?
Yep.
And then Embry-Riddle, et cetera, et cetera. Last night you were home, big crowd, tremendous pressure to start the game, JT. You were out there with Graz and Lasky.
Yep.
Yeah, he was like the man among like two giants on his wings out there. But the pressure that UCF put on last night was terrific. Talk about that start.
Yeah, we had a good start. We just got to keep up our forecheck, just pressure their D, and then lead to turnovers. Then we got to put the puck in the back of the net. We had a lot of chances last night. I mean, their goalie played unreal.
Yep.
So we just got to keep that up and just do it for all 60.
Yeah, he was terrific last night. I thought you kept it up most of the game. You ended up with 55, 56 shots, something like that. Unfortunately, Dre was in the box. I got to say it just because it was funny. We're all laughing at it. You know, Dre got called. He got tripped, and he got called for the penalty. But you fought through that, right? I mean, you have to. Calls aren't always going to go your way. You have to fight through that. So they never quit.
Nope.
The Owls, they were being dominated time of possession. They were down 1, tied it. Down 2-1, tied it, et cetera, all the way through. And then the end, power play comes up big again. Special teams have been great for UCF the last 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
And you had a game-winning goal by Seelar. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was unreal. My unit, we had a couple good chances, and then we changed. They came in right off the draw. Lasky won a big draw over to Beckham. Beckham gave to Seelar, and it was all Pavanka.
Yeah.
The screen took the goalie's eyes away, and it was a great shot by Seelar.
Yeah, he buried it from up above. You know, he was, I don't know, maybe 2 feet in the zone. Just ripped the Gatorade bottle off. Terrific play, terrific shot, and it ended up being the game winner, you know, after all of that. I would say overall the whole performance of UCF was good last night. Did give up a shorthanded goal. Obviously not something that you want to do, but if you want to look at the positives and keep building, I think the new Knights are playing well. Lasky's one of them.
Yep.
Ethan got to play last night.
Yep.
He's in the lineup tonight.
Yep.
Dode is back.
Yep.
Lots of size. I know he's sitting next to me, but trust me, JT's a big night, and you got Lasky, and then Dode is a big kid, right?
Yep.
And they're young. A big future for this team. Big win tonight, 2 with the Gators next week, and then on to the conference playoffs.
Yep.
So the seeding is huge to win tonight. It helps.
Agreed. Yeah, we just got to get that tack, but we got to get that advantage before to have the advantage in the seeding in the bracket.
Yeah.
And it's good that we're playing 2 tough teams before our conference playoffs.
Yeah, you'll be ready.
Yep.
So they've got FAU again, obviously, tonight. 2 next week with the Gators, but we got to make sure you get through this one first.
Yep.
All right. Tonight, Cass was terrific in net. He was terrific last week in net.
Yep.
Who's starting tonight?
Drake Crawford back from injury tonight.
So Cass was so good he's getting a rest.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I mean, Drake's been unreal in practice. I know he's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm
Wanted
sure
to get
he's
back.
been sitting for a while.
Yep.
So nice benefit to Brewster and you guys. When you're out playing and you know it doesn't matter who coach puts behind me in the pipes, you could play JT Fuller hockey. You could go in, you could forecheck, you can back check, but you don't have to worry, because you've got Cass back there.
Yeah, it's huge to have them back there. It gives
Or
us a lot of
Crawford,
confidence.
right.
Gives us a lot of confidence. All 3 of them. They've been all unreal this year.
Yep.
And hopefully it keeps going. Get hot in the conference playoffs.
Well, thanks for joining
Thank
us
you.
first time. You may have a career when you're done.
I don't know about that.
What's your major?
I'm an accounting major.
Oh, so you got 5 years.
Yeah, hopefully 4.
That's a lot of work in 4.
Yeah.
So you're going to be an accountant? CPA?
That's the
or do
goal.
you want to go to law school or what?
CPA is the goal.
Wow. Good for you.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Fuller, we will be back after a word from our sponsor. For all of your mortgage needs, think Seminole Money Tree. Our dedicated staff delivers exceptional one-on-one service that is second to none in the industry. Yes, the American dream of homeownership is alive and well, but it takes the right team to make it happen. We offer FHA, VA, and conventional financing anywhere in the state. For more information, visit us at SeminoleMoneyTree.com, established 1986. All right, welcome back, everybody. Louis DiPaolo, and I've got my man Isaac here. Isaac, how are you?
Good to see you, sir. I'm cold.
I know, it's
I am cold.
freezing in here. But I noticed you don't have any gloves, so that's good.
Yeah, well, I had them on for a moment, and then I said, I can't keep these on for too long. And I said,
Well, you can't keep them on because they're ugly.
Yeah.
And I moved them.
We're the other side of Pennsylvania.
That's it. Isaac is a great young man. He's a UCF student. He's terrific, helping us out here at DSPN Live this year. He's been with a couple games already with us. Last night, big game for UCF. They came out with a win late in the game. Let's talk about it real quick.
Yeah, so UCF came out real strong. We talked about their defense earlier, how they were good on the power play. They took a 2-1 advantage going into the second period, and they were quick to get to the rebounds. I was talking with a fan earlier. Her name's Mia for UCF. I said, what's one thing you could tell me that you thought UCF did really good last night? She said they were quick to the rebounds, and they were strong. They played complete hockey. As for FAU, on the other hand, they were, I'd say, a little sloppy in that first period. Spoke with the assistant coach earlier. He said, we need to be more disciplined. Said, stay out of the box and just play complete hockey like UCF did. So it's going to be interesting to see how this in-state rivalry goes tonight, Lewis.
It'll be a lot of fun. Again, big game in the standings for this Knights team because they have a chance to move up in the College Hockey South rankings, and they want to keep playing better and better because they will have a chance to make some noise. They're going to start on day 1 on Thursday, College Hockey South. So who they're going to play, we don't know yet. But for the Owls, let's go to our Lewis's list, which are our keys to the game. Let me pull them up for you real quick. Hang on here. All right. So we'll go keys to the game. First key, obvious. We've all talked about it. Quick start. They cannot get barraged like they did last night. Defensive coverage has to be better. They were not very good in their, I know you were busy last night. They were not very good in their own end. But if they're going to be successful tonight, they're going to have to figure that part of it out. I talked to Coach Grandinetti. Shoot the puck, right? You're a big Pittsburgh Penguin fan. They shoot the puck when they're in the scoring zone. The Owls didn't do that last night.
Exactly, and that's what I was trying to get him to answer when he said that they were not disciplined either. When you keep making mistakes on the ice, whether it's at the collegiate or pro level, you're going to get sent to the box, and that's going to hinder your team from even getting an extra attacker out there and having full strength. So he talked about that a little bit, and like you said, yeah, Penguins, they've been doing good at shooting the puck. Hopefully that stays up.
And the penalty kill has really been weak, 75 or 76% all year for FAU. Wasn't bad last night, Isaac, and they got a shorthanded goal to tie it. Now, for the UCF Knights, they need to keep that attack up. They put 55 shots up. They got to try for another 55 tonight. The power play and penalty kill back-to-back right there. They've been really good the last couple of weeks. They've got, I think they got 3 shorties. They've got 3 power play goals. So the special teams are really good right now for UCF. SFD. South Florida defense. You got Flanagan, you got Rockenrenner, and you got Dre. Those 3 guys have been absolutely terrific for this Knights team, and they need to keep playing that way if they want to be successful.
Exactly. What I wanted to say is Joseph Dre, remember when earlier this season he got hurt, and that kind of took a hit on the team. When he came back, it was lights out again from him. And he has been, in my opinion, the star player this entire season for the Knights. And I'll tell you what I'm looking for tonight from both sides of the rink. How do you keep control of the puck? Because we know they can shoot, especially UCF, but how do you not cause the turnovers?
Well, we'll find out in about 3 minutes. If you are new to our DSPN Live hockey family, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. In either case, stay tuned to these messages and see how you can be a part of our memory of a lifetime. We want to bring you the best quality program to watch your favorite player, help grow the game, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Hello, everybody. I'm Louis DiPaolo, and that's the DSPN difference. It's not about us. It's about you and your player, and we're giving you 2 ways to be a part of our program. You can email us at dspnlive@gmail.com or call 786-505-DSPN on all play-by-play games and give a shout-out to your favorite player. Our officials are mic'd up and ready to bring the action right to your home. Hear them speak with the players and calling penalties just like you're on the ice. Player and coach interviews based on availability for all college and championship youth hockey games. We have DVDs and digital downloads available for purchase on our website within 48 hours after the game. Hook it up to your big screen. Follow us on social media, post the pictures, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Friends, family, and military personnel all over the world watch DSPN Live, and now it's your turn to sit back and enjoy the show. All right, everybody, here's your roster for tonight. For the visiting Owls, Buccigross, Petito, Watson, Barry, Roth, Mitch, Norton, Baker, Bartoshevitz had a big goal, a big play last night. Carrazzo, Comtois, Tumen, I think his family's right in front of us from Montreal. Strom, Moriarty, Congaro, Codsi, Inicelli, Bayona all the way from British Columbia. Snyder, Malcolm Lopes, Fisher starting. Andrew Yagoda, head coach. Want to say hi to Mrs. Potato Head out in Idaho. And Jennifer Grandinetti, Justin's wife, watching up in Montreal. And Scott Grosky, everybody's friend and general manager.
And your UCF Knights, you've got Kovac, Hill, Fuller, Gaffia, Tulin, Hivanka, Payne, Dre, Musselwhite, Santiago, Buffard, Sterling, Renner, Mueller from Rochester, Minnesota, Lasky, Graziati, Dode, Flanagan, Anexi, Selar, Kelly. Starting goaltender tonight is Drake Crawford, and your head coach, Chris Brewster, with Andrew Koss as the backup goaltender.
So our officials tonight, we got a good group out here. We got Jimmy Liberati from my hometown in Ridley Park outside of Philly, United States Navy. Ryan Cummings, he was here last night. Josh Lower on the line along with Liam Fitzgerald. United States Air Force, Ray Bertoff, he is our PA announcer. Yvonne Drake, our scorekeeper, she just got home from the Solar Bear game. They moved the Solar Bear game up from 7 o'clock tonight to 1 o'clock this afternoon against the Ghost Pirates because of the travel, because the weather has been really, really crazy.
Real brutal.
So my first intermission guest is scheduled to be Jake Buchagras. My second intermission, Carson Mueller. Stay tuned for that. And looking a little further out into the future, the Florida Gators come in here next weekend. Friday night, same time, we'll be on at 8:45. Saturday night, same time. That'll be the end of the regular season for both squads. And then we head down 2 weeks after that to Coral Springs for the College Hockey South playoffs.
I wonder who you're rooting for at the Gators and Knights.
Come on. I got a job to do.
They got a big game for men's tennis this week. UF's taking on UCF, and UCF's 2-0 against them the last 2 times they played them. The coach from England, I believe, Coach Burgess, he said, we want to make a statement again and beat the Gators. No one wants to lose to them.
Please. All right. We're going to turn it over to our PA announcer, Ray Berthoff, in just a minute. He's going to have the starting lineups. They're picking up the pucks. We'll be ready to rock and roll. We actually do have another great crowd in here tonight. DSPNlive@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know you're watching. We can get you a shout out. You hear that, Maria Renner? A shout out. That's how it works. All right. We're getting ready for our starting lineups. The FAU Owls will be coming up first. Just waiting for our PA man, Mr. Berthoff, to get this thing started. And we'll have puck drop soon enough. But again, thanks for joining us here, UCF Hockey on DSPN Live. Normally I say, it may be cool outside, but the action's hot in here. It's freezing in both places.
And gentlemen, and welcome to the Advent Health Orlando Ice Den for tonight's ACHA game between the visiting FAU Owls and your UCF Knights. Now let's meet the starters for tonight's game. First for the visiting FAU Owls. On defense, number 2, Jake Buchagras. On defense, number 20, Carter Baker. At forward, number 12, Peter Petito. At forward, number 86, Chris Iannicelli. At forward, number 87, John Peona. And in goal for FAU, number 33, Seth Fisher. The FAU Owls are coached by head coaches Andrew Yagoda and Kevin Hoy, and assistant coaches Justin Grandinetti and Scott Grotsky. Now let's meet the starters for your UCF Knights. On defense, number 5, Chris Hill. On defense, number 12, your captain, Joe Dre. At forward, number 11, Sam Payne. At forward, number 15, Armando Santiago. At forward, number 20, Justin Sterling. And standing tall in between the pipes for your UCF Knights tonight, number 30, Drake Crawford. Your UCF Knights are led by head coach Chris Brewster. Your officials for tonight's game are Ryan Loud and Proud Cummings, Jimmy Popeye Liberati. Your linesmen are Joshua Babyface Lauer and Liam Lucky Charms Fitzgerald. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women serving our country with the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Louis DePaulo, Isaac Abdel Messiah, Jake Rahano. Jake's awake and ready tonight. He's not in a great mood because, as a Flyer fan to my left, I have Mr. Penguin here, Isaac, who beat up on Jake's Rangers today, 6-5.
I was a little worried we might give up that lead there, Lewis. I was like, oh gosh, not again.
Oh, who would want to listen to Jake tonight if that would have happened? All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Put your heater on. Put your fireplace on. We are ready to heat it up here at the Evan Health Ice Den in beautiful Maitland, Florida. D to D, they chip it up. Sterling there. Butchergross just backhands it. We'll see both teams had the morning to regroup. Long stretch pass. They just missed. Petito, he is their second leading scorer. Petito, great player from Wisconsin, New York, taking a shot deflected up and into the netting. They both had a chance to work on what they thought they did last night incorrectly, Isaac. And both coaches told me they did that with the players today.
Yeah, and I could already see that in the start there. Tito got wide open, and I thought he was going to have a breakaway there. You know, the puck just got right past him, but these teams are fast, they're quick, they're ready to go on the ice here tonight, Lewis.
Lasky in to take the draw. UCF's had trouble during the year giving up odd man rushes on those long stretch passes. They didn't really do that last night. Maybe FAU was looking at other tape on this UCF Knights team. We'll see how it plays out. Here's Flanagan. He was our second intermission guest last night. Great kid. They're all great kids. As Crawford with the save into the corner. Flanagan's dad drove up from Plantation to see him this weekend. Sure they'll be back next weekend. It's senior night here at UCF. Got an icing call as Renner touches up. 18:43 left.
Wanted to point out how Jacob Graziotti there, he was trying to get the puck on this side over here on the ice in the FAU zone, and it just whiffed past him. And that's something that I've noticed with UCF is they get right up to the puck and they either skate right past it. It's like they're so full of energy. They're so ready to go. They got so much testosterone going, and then boom, they don't get it. Turn it over.
Oh, hit on Beckham Buffard over into the corner. Let's see. Back up top. There's a shot deflected that goes off the stanchion. Stays in. We got our first penalty of the game. They were calling them early last night. There's an opportunity there, and they finally touch up.
That's a real interesting call there, and I'm not, you know, I always give credit to the referees. I remember I had to give them their mics, so I don't want to say anything against them, but that's an interesting penalty call there against UCF. I don't think that was a penalty personally, but.
So Beckham Buffard in. We got a power play opportunity. We talked about that in the pregame. We'll see if this Owls team can make something happen early. First opportunity of the game goes to Hockey in Paradise. Crawford with the shot and save. Dre out there. The only people that block more shots than the goaltender is Dre.
Yeah, that's he has been the star this whole season. What more can you say about him? He's been really good all over the ice since the start of this season for UCF.
D2D kept in. Hill back, rims that one all the way around. The grad student, they call him Grandpa. He's from Noblesville, Indiana, getting his master's degree. Love to see that. Seelar! Seelar with the big shot, deflected up off Moriarty.
Seelar got free there.
He did. He got free, nice pass. And Seelar was the golden winning stick last night, almost from that exact point, right where Chris Hill is now. He took the shot from there and beat McMillan for the game winner.
I remember the first game I came to last semester, Seelar had a hat trick the first game I came to. That was against the Citadel, if everyone remembers that game. And then immediately the next night, UCF lost 1-0 with over like 60 shots on goal. Ooh, one-timer there. Almost went to the right side of their net there.
Yeah, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy, that game. All right, back to live action here. We got a power play opportunity for the Owls. Coming through center with some speed. Still with the puck, looking. Sam Watson right there. Watch him on a give and go. That went off his skate. Hill there. Chipped it up, but not out yet. Got it back to Watson on the half wall. He goes down low. They're going to cycle it back to Singin' Sammy. Now he turns, comes right back. Still holding on, 54 seconds left. We talked in pregame about them getting shots on the power play. And it's very important, obviously. You want to get a good shot, but you got to get some shot. Right now they haven't got one through. Good job over there by Santiago. He's 2-on-1. Finally, FAU comes out with the puck. 28 seconds left and counting. Brought it back up. Nice stick. You can credit Sterling on that one.
Yeah, that was a good stick check there. Excuse me, a poke away there from Sterling. And, you know, I'm paying attention to this side of the ice down here in the UCF zone. It looks like FAU, you know, they were trying to get their guys all over the red circles. It just wasn't working. UCF did a really good job defensively there, and this penalty play is about done.
So, penalty kill, the Michael T. Gibson penalty kill for this UCF Knights team. Excellent to get started. Watson comes right back in, takes a shot. Now they come in, they take a shot right away inside the blue line, right? Yeah,
with full strength there. That was, I could tell he was loading up there for a shot. And, you know, Crawford was really quick to try and get that one away. He tried to glove it, I think, but it just got away from his glove and went behind the net to where UCF recovered it. Now we see the Owls trying to make a push.
Codsey just turned, dumped that one in. Flanagan over here to Renner. Renner still with it, dumps it into the far corner. Back to get it on the far side, Moriarty. Up and out. Flanagan right there, though. Tried dumping it back in. Flanagan takes another hit. Nearly got it in. UCF's got a bunch of guys in front of their bench. Got to be careful there. Renner picks it up. Renner up and off the glass. Chip not out. Renner right there. Turnover. Finally picked up. That's Seelar. He's going to come back. Drop pass to Flanagan. Flanagan. He's coming in. Takes a shot. Late whistle. No scrum. All cool. 15:04 left.
Something I want to make note of there. That was an interesting whistle. I guess they called offsides. I don't understand why they made the line change there, UCF. I mean, their guys almost got hit by a bunch of Owls players, but still, And then they had a turnover in their own zone. I was like, uh-oh. But still, UCF defensively, they're coming out strong so far. They stopped that power play earlier.
Yeah, definitely not the best of line changes. All right, dumped in by Beckham Buffard. Sealar there to get it. Sealar, big hit down in the corner. Bryce Malcolm. Sealar comes right out, fired it anyway. Congero. He's a big owl. He just gets hit from behind by Beckham Buffard, who's given up at least 140 pounds. But he doesn't mind. Sealar returns the favor on Malcolm. Loose puck squirts free into the corner. Ooh, big hit. Physical game tonight, starting early. Icing waved off. Owls there. Snyder. Snyder holding on. We had an owl go down in front, gets right back up. Here's Malcolm now. Off the boards. Weird bounce. Povanka. UCF. That puck goes all the way back down. Should be, no, icing waved off, says the official. Rothmich there. Rothmich up and off the boards. It went off a stick. Dre picks it up. Glove to stick. Pass across. Excellent job. That comes over here. Dumped in by the new Knight, number 34, Ethan Annexie from Orlando, the sophomore. Got his first action in college last night against these same FAU Owls.
We got to give you a break there, a breather there, Lewis. The referees almost got hit a few times, and a lot of hitting so far. These are some holy moly plays, I'd say, where they just keep these huge hip checks and body checks, and that's going to hurt tomorrow in this really cold weather here in Orlando.
Nick Kelly with this shot. Kelly from Lakewood Ranch, Florida, the sophomore, getting a little bit more ice time. Dre giving him a little heads up on what they want to do. Kelly going off. Here comes the top line for this UCF Knights team. Lasky, the freshman, only his second weekend playing college hockey, from Vero Beach, out there with Fuller and Graziati. And if I'm those two, I got to love playing with Graz. He's just got terrific skill. Pass anywhere, trying to get it right through again was Graziati. Now he's down in the corner, battling along with Watson. That puck comes out. UCF's got a tag up. Coming right back. The Owls turn. They just dump it in. First man to the puck, shot, save, picked up. Excellent job on the forecheck, Anthony Barry there. Here comes Hill. Hill has that one taken away from Butchergross. He returns the favor. Watson picks up the loose puck. D to D they go. Looking for a place. They make a pass up the middle. Big hit. Dre. Dre doesn't mind hitting anybody.
No, he does not. He said, get out of my way.
Inicelli was the recipient of that hit. Here comes Renner. Renner, headman the pass to Fuller. Fuller, he just goes in, wins that loose puck easily. He's 1-on-2. Now he finally loses it. A couple of players went down. Liberati says play on, and they do. Sterling, Butchergross, hard off the wall. Renner keeps it in, fires it right in front.
Oh.
Deflection. Tell you what, Fisher was on his game right here. Look at this replay, boys.
So right here we see the puck is on the left side of the rink. It moved behind, and you can see that Fisher's looking at it the whole time. He never lost sight of it. As it comes to down the near side, or excuse me, the far side from here, we saw a quick shot from big number 21, Robert Renner. And what do we see? A quick glove save from Seth Fisher, the goaltender, sophomore from Maryland.
You know, there's an error there. Carrazzo had his stick up. That'll drive a goaltender and a coach crazy. I think when you watch that replay again, it went off of him and bounced right in front of Fisher, who made a terrific play. All right, off the stick of Bayona. Bayona picks it right back up. Turnover. UCF trying to come out with speed. Couldn't do it. Far side. That's Moriarty. Moriarty, he takes a hit and lost the puck. Both these teams well rested. It's always tough on the bus ride. Santiago poked away from him. Excellent job by Connor Strum. Petito. Petito up and off the wall. That went off did not go off Inicelli. We got an icing call. 11:06 left.
I got to talk about that save still from Fisher. We saw a quick snapshot by Renner. That had a chance to go in, Lewis. You know, on the camera, when you're watching it from home, it may not look like it, but from our vantage point, that was a quick snapshot. And honestly speaking, Fisher had some really quick hands there, because had he not been paying attention to that frozen biscuit, most of that exchange there, he may have lost sight of the puck.
Terrific play by Renner. He knew where he was going as soon as he got to the puck with momentum, and he got that shot right on net. Seelar picks it up now, back up to the point. That's deflected, loose puck in the paint. Oh, what a play. Strum there.
Holy moly.
As he clears that one out. Look at this.
The stick was on the body of Pivonka.
Gotta love that. Trying to hit that stretch pass. Couldn't do it. Bartoshevitz. Pivonka comes back in. Kavanka nearly got to the slot alone. Chipped up and not out. Save of the game so far, Connor Strum. Icing waved off. Back to pick it up is Baker. Baker had a good game last night for these Owls. Big hit down in the corner. Seelar loses that. Chipped up. Pivonka trying to get it right back in. It's going to go back into the UCFN. Pivonka over here to Dre. Pembroke Pines proud, Dre. Lasky comes in. Couldn't pull the trigger. He's got speed and size. Again, the freshman from Bureau. He's going to make a difference for this Knights team the rest of this season and in the future. Hill back. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left. 0-0. Thanks for joining us here. UCF Hockey on DSPN Live. 13 years in a row. Graziati, he lost the puck. Chipped up. Maybe got a one-on-one with Dre. Not much there. Crawford's going to cover that up. Let's look at this replay. Look at this save, guys, from earlier.
So here we go. Fisher with, oh, well, I'm going to continue looking at the replay. Fisher with another good save. We saw that Payne and Pivonka came in, and boom, I was hoping we got that replay, Lewis. Excuse me, I keep calling him Crawford. Fisher was about to dive to get the puck, and then it just got poked away at the last moment, and we heard the entire crowd almost erupt because UCF had an empty net there pretty much and would have got the chance to get that in had it not just whipped past. So Fisher still with good awareness because he almost got to it.
Last night, McMillan came out of nowhere to stop an empty net opportunity by Renner. Tonight, it's Strum does the same thing in the first. Long pass, Graziati's got some ice. He cuts the center, drop pass, Lasky shot pad save. Beautiful play, terrific pass. Great shot, just a better save. Lasky, Fuller down low. Fisher, Lasky throws it right on. That went off a stick in front. Congaro with that one. Comes all the way back down. Icing waved off. Interesting.
Waved off a few of them tonight. Another good save by Fisher.
Fuller gets it in. Got to be careful. Had a little tussle there with Buchagras. Singing Sammy Watson from Delaware, Ohio. Took a shot. That fooled Crawford. Buchagras, first one there. Much different game the way it started tonight than it did last night. But again, been doing this a long time. Those bus rides take a toll on you. And that Friday game is always difficult for the road team.
Yep, and I think these boys were ready to come out today. They want to be tough and physical tonight on the ice.
Well, they're probably frozen like a popsicle. Here's Flanagan, cuts the center, shot, save. Watson there. They need to warm up too. Right back to Renner. Kelly got up slow, he's there now. Flanagan with the shot. Nice glove save by Fisher. I'll tell you what, this FAU Owls team, much like the Knights, One goaltender after another, all solid.
This is what it's so funny that we talked about the Citadel game earlier, because this reminds me of that second Citadel game where Koss only allowed 1 goal, but he was dominant the rest of that game. And I know Crawford's not Koss, and Fisher is not McMillan, but still, Fisher and Crawford, especially Fisher though, he's made some really good plays. But that also tells you that FAU has not had much control of the puck so far, because UCF's been able to get down here and attack, but just so close to getting in. But man, Fisher is pretty dominant tonight.
Sterling on the wall, looking to make a play. Sterling still there. Owls able to get it back out to center. Owls got some pressure. Pavanka back. Shot that went behind Crawford. 7 minutes and counting. First period 0-0. Much better start for this FAU Owls team, which we talked about. Grandinetti talked about. It's been a season of slow starts, and they've had to battle back. It'd be nice to start a game and not be trailing. Makes your life much easier regardless of the team or sport.
Yes, and it's both these teams are very similar. They have different records, but both of them, FAU only with 8 wins, UCF only with 9 wins.
Up, coming right through center now. Bayona holds on, fanned on that shot. Gaffey Atulin was with him. They cycle it down. Inicelli there. Inicelli takes a hit. Puck comes out. Got an odd man rush for the Knights. Coming in, Pavanka. Oh, not Pavanka. Kovac with the pass across. Back up to the top. There's Hill's shot. That was blocked in front. Net comes off. Liberati says, hold on, no changes. So Fisher knocked that off.
Yeah, okay, so once again, Fisher was very aware of where that puck was moving. You saw that the puck floated up in the air right above the net. I thought it was going to drop in and almost go right behind his body, which would have been crazy, very unlucky, but it didn't. But he still would have tried to make a play to stop the puck. Wish we had some replay on that, but still, great play from Fisher and from... Oh, man, I thought that almost went in. Great play from Fisher and great play from the FAU defense there, because you saw that odd man rush coming into the Owl zone, and we got a quick pass breakup. And that is what stopped the UCF momentum. But we're still going to see a face-off here in the Owl zone. I think the net may have dislodged again.
Yeah, the net came off on Buffard's shot. They're going to try to freeze it with some water and see what happens. Fisher said, listen, Mr. Liberati, there's no way that I would have knocked that off on purpose. I'm too honest of a hockey goaltender. First ever.
First ever one, yeah.
Lasky. Dre with a shot. Missed that wide. Hill, far side. Off of Graziati. Up and into the netting it goes. And we'll do it again. Anthony Berry chipped that one up.
So as I was saying earlier, UCF has, in my opinion, controlled more time with the puck. I mean, shots on goal tell all of that. They've got 11. FAU has 4. Yet both these teams have played very good defense. We talked about, Lewis, you talked about earlier, talking about the keys of the game. We talked about Dre, Renner. Some of these guys are really, really good at stopping opposing offenses, and we've seen that, but yet FAU has answered with it as well.
Yep, so you've got the SFD, the South Florida defense, playing for UCF, and it was Renner, Flanagan, and Dre. But the team that plays in South Florida, their defense is from Massachusetts, from Canada, from all over the place.
Yeah, most of these guys are from Pembroke Pines, which we got a lot of athletes at UCF that are from Pembroke Pines, and from that whole area.
Yeah, Broward County, tons of them. Up, wow. Dre couldn't do that again if he tried. He just went through about 3 rafters, didn't hit anything. That shot from the point from Kodsey. Here's Fuller. He goes down. Lasky shot off a stick, or off a skate rather. There's Barry, chips it up. Not out yet. Good job by the Knights. They get it back to Fuller. Fuller centers it, nobody there. Owls, easy breakout this time. 4:40 left and counting. Kotsey comes in, offsides.
Man, that puck going up almost in the rafters and I'm not a Cowboys fan, but it reminded me of when a kick almost went up into the rafters in AT&T Stadium. I think it was last year, 2 years ago.
We don't talk about that team on this network. You shouldn't either, being a Steelers
Yeah, you're
fan.
right. I don't like. Hey, we got McCarthy now, though.
But he's not a Cowboys coach.
No, it was, though.
He's a Pittsburgh guy anyway.
Yes, he is.
I want to say hi to Lewis Jr. watching up in Brooklyn, New York.
Ooh.
Lewis, it's not much colder there, if at all, than it is here. Glove saved by Fisher.
Another good save. And talking about Brooklyn, my grandfather's from Bay Ridge in Brooklyn, and I can only imagine how cold
He lives
it is.
up that way.
He does?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then we got Mr. Rahano Lewis next to us with that ugly blue Ranger hat on backwards.
He's repping it.
Every time, it's so hard to turn to my right and see that thing every night.
He says, hey, man, we won in 94, all right?
Yeah.
That's
When none of these kids were alive to see it. Jake was barely alive. All right, here we go. Flanagan back behind the net. On the other side, ooh. Payne was an owl sandwich on that one. As they come right back into their own end. Pass over here on the near side. Baker pulls up. It goes right through. Trying to headman that puck. Couldn't do it. Lost the pass. Knights able to get it back. But they turn it over to Baker. And a little sloppy on both ends. D to D. Here's Renner. Let's see what they do. Kelly misses that. Baker says, I'll chip it right back out. Flanagan goes hard around the boards. Missed Annexie. There's a shot right in front. They had the big man sitting in front, Joe Congaro. Glen Cove, New York. He is a big owl. He's a big, strong dude. Bouncing puck comes all the way back down. Icing's going to be waved off. Back to pick that up is Pavanka. 3 minutes and counting. 0-0. Thanks for joining us here on DSPN Live. Hope you are warm and cozy. And you got the game up on your big screen. Carson Mueller on the forecheck. He's going to be our second intermission guest from Minnesota. Oh, giant hit by Seelar. Let's see if he gets his wheels going. He's 1-on-3. He's looking. He's got nobody there. Knights on a line change. Trying to make a toe drag. Couldn't get around. Excellent play by Strum. Not his first. We got a penalty coming up. Seelar going to the sin bin as he takes Strum down from behind. We're going to have an Owl power play, second of the game.
UCF minor penalty hit from behind.
Want to thank our officials for wearing our mics tonight. 2:27, second power play opportunity, Isaac.
And this is interesting because the FAU assistant coach who I spoke to earlier, Mr. Justin Granamati, hope I said his name right there.
You did.
He said, we have to be disciplined, and they have been. UCF has not been disciplined. So this is pretty interesting. The second power play chance for FAU.
Big hit by Hill in the corner. UCF able to chip it up and all the way back down. The Owls got to come. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left. Singing Sammy Watson. The singing part, by the way, is because we were in France with the College Hockey All-Stars and the rookies had to sing on the bus. And he did a version of Sweet Caroline that we'll just say that only Sammy can sing. Great kid. He was my interview last night. Shot, glove, save by Crawford.
Good save there from Crawford. He had complete awareness of the puck. Something I also wanted to talk about before Seelar got put in the box, he laid some big body checks. And we've seen that all night from both these teams, and I think it's only going to continue, Lewis. And I think we got 1:12 left in this power play. FAU a little slow to attack here, so let's see what the Owls can come up with as they have an advantage again.
Seelar just needs to maintain his composure because he made a great play, went in, nobody there, took a hit, got the puck deep, and when it came out, there's a giant hit. There's a shot. They bring it right back up here. Bayona. Half wall. Petito. Petito, they changed positions. Now Bayona with it. Not much movement. FAU There's a shot, loose puck, rebound, far side, shot off the side of the net. Comes back up to the point, less than a minute left. Backhand shot just missed by Buchagras in the slot. Turnover. Renner fires all the way back down. That's on Fisher. Baker back to pick it up. 18 seconds left in the power play. A little bit better. They got a couple of shots. Not moving. Ooh, nearly a turnover. Kovac stopped that pass from coming through. Almost found himself all alone in front of Fisher. Flanagan rubs his man out. All right, back to even strength. The penalty kill. 2 for 2 for the Knights. Shot right out in front. Second one again, save. 15 seconds left. Chance for the Knights. Coming right back. Big hit.
Oh.
Kovac comes through. It's a jailbreak. Seelar there. Oh, as he just missed. And the net comes off. Watch how this develops.
What a moment there from Fisher. UCF had big momentum here. We saw that Kovac came through, and he almost had a breakaway. Well, he did have a breakaway chance. And then we saw the quick feet, the quick skates of big number 15, Watson. But bada bing, bada boom. We see Fisher lay himself out, even though the net was dislodged. What a play from the goaltender again, and that puck just skidded past the right side of the net.
You see how valuable Seelar is in to take the draw, is he just turned it up to the next gear, and he passed everybody, including Kovac, went to the net. They just couldn't get him. The puck just missed.
Wow.
It's your UCF Knights 0, FAU 0. Shots on goal at the end of the first period for your UCF Knights 15, for FAU 10.
Something I want to make note of before we go to our interview real quick with the player. Sorry about that, folks. Is that both of these teams have come out really quick with defense, defense, defense. As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan over here, I know it's a separate sport. I'm not going to talk about them a lot, but we're big defensive people, and I love seeing good defense in hockey. We don't see it a lot as much, I feel like, in the NHL anymore. It's a lot of offensive play, but this has been great defensive plays from FAU and from UCF. And so I just want to make some mentions of some players that I thought have been playing pretty good. Of course,
Tell me, who do you got?
Seelar and Dre have been pretty good for UCF. Of course, Crawford. And then how can you not talk about Fisher for the Owls? I've also said Barry, Anthony Barry, even though he's a forward, he's fast all over the ice. All over the ice. And I made note of that. You've also got Mr. Montreal himself, Kamatois Tuman, who I think his family member is sitting right here with the big Florida Panthers jacket, which you're a Montreal fan. Anyways, we got Lewis. He's about to make an interview here with Buchagras, defenseman from Weymouth, Massachusetts. And we'll send it down to Lewis in 1 second.
All right, guys, I'm here with Jake Buchagras. Jake, how you doing? Welcome to DSPN Live.
I'm doing good. How about you? Great to be here.
So, you went from a hockey hotbed to hockey in paradise. How did you make that transaction?
No, it was good. I mean, hockey up north, it's pretty fun. A little cold, though, so nice to be down here where it's like 85 and you can hop on the ice and have a good time.
So talk about your playing career up there. You played AAA, decided to come down and play versus going to play junior somewhere else, correct?
Yeah, I played Weymouth High School, and then also AAA for AHA up north. And then decided to play club in FAU where it's a little warm instead of playing juniors. And, yeah, happy with my decision.
So now you got the beaches, you got beautiful weather, you got hockey. Your experience as an FAU Owl with the whole group. I mean, starting with Grosky at the top, all the way through your coaches. How's your experience been?
Oh, it's a great experience. Everyone treats each other like a family. Couldn't ask for anything more than that.
And as far as moving to Florida now, you got to balance your school, your hockey life. FAU's busy. You got a lot of things going on down there. How have you been able to find balancing everything out?
There's 1,000 things going on at once. Running around with school, hockey, early mornings, waking up for those, having to study for tests. Just make time for your buddies, have fun, and everything works out.
A lot different than high school, right?
Oh, way different, yeah. More fun, though, so.
So when do you guys practice? What time of day?
6:15 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's early.
Yeah, pretty early.
And then you got to hit the bus and come up here yesterday on top of it, right?
Yep. Yeah, early bus and then 2 games at 9 p.m. I mean, it takes up your whole weekend, but I mean, you're playing hockey, so I can't complain at all.
What's your major?
Exercise science.
So what do you want to do when you're done your hockey career at FAU?
I'm still trying to work in athletics, do some personal training, physical therapy, something like that, stay active, all that type of stuff.
Now, I talked to Sammy last night about being an FAU Owl and the coaches on the bench and how they've affected him. How have the coaches, Andrew Yagoda and Grandinetti, how have they affected you and made the transition from Massachusetts high school hockey to hockey in paradise?
I mean, they're great role models. I mean, you can go to any of them, Coach Hoy, Yoda, Grandinetti, come to any of them for life advice. They'll point you in the right direction, but then it's up to you to make the right choice, but they're great to have to come to.
Well, this is your second year now. What's your favorite memory so far as an FAU Owl?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, it's all like the team beach trips with the boys, the bus rides. I can't really pick one, but anything where you're all hanging out, going out together, having a great time.
So let's move up to last night. Last night, very slow start. McMillan was terrific in net, right?
Yeah. Oh, man, he's still in his head. I mean, 30 shots in the first period? Kid's still on his head. It's insane.
Yeah, he was great. But the heart and soul of every FAU Owl last night, you battled back 3 times to tie the game. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we know how to come from behind. We have a bunch of come from behind victories this year. I mean, like, going down doesn't really affect us. We're tight, so we can make those comebacks.
But isn't it nice to not start behind?
It's great to not start from behind. I mean, shots are still in their favor, so not as much as first period yesterday, but, I mean, like, we're a second, third period team. We're going to come back stronger, so.
So what was the difference tonight versus last night in the first period? Obviously, the number of shots is way down. What did you guys work on and talk about today?
Oh, I mean, we spent a lot of time watching film. I mean, not a lot of us are used to this bigger sheet of ice, so we took a different angle of watching it, saw from different angles, saw like how much time we had and like how to change how we play. And I mean, it's worked so far. I mean, nothing game right now.
And you went from McMillan to Fisher. He looks pretty darn good back there too.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's my roommate back in Boca, so love the guy.
Oh, that's great. He's got you in front. You got his back all the time.
Oh yeah, no, we have each other back. We love each other.
All right. Anybody you want to say hi to watching back at home?
Shout out to my parents, my sister. My sister's birthday is today too, so happy birthday to her. So
where is she at?
She's back in Massachusetts. She's still in high school. Oh. Yeah.
So you're gonna send us Mike's pastries, and then we'll make sure that you're on the air all the time. Is that a deal?
That's a deal. Sounds good.
All right. Good luck with your Pats. I'm sure you're a big fan, right?
Oh, huge fan. Super Bowl, But we're back. It's only a small rebuild, and we're back already. So.
All right. Happy birthday to your sister. Jake, good
Thank
luck
you.
the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, back to you.
Thank you, Lewis. We'll have some words here from FAU.
I chose to attend Florida Atlantic University. It was one of my first choices actually as a university because I came actually to tour the campus while I was still in high school, and I just fell in love with the atmosphere, and I saw such huge potential to be a part of making traditions.
What really did it for me were the really impressive buildings like the renovation at the Night Owl, the rec center, the brand new stadium.
I chose to attend FAU mainly because of the engineering program that we have over here. It's a very well-known engineering program, top ocean engineering program in the country.
Being an out-of-state resident from Michigan, I was ready for a change. I was ready for Florida. I wanted a school that was big but not too big. It's still a really close-knit community.
Florida Atlantic had that appeal that I was looking for in a university, as well as the funding available for research. So I decided to come to the home of the Owls.
FAU is up and coming, and it's taking a stance, and it's becoming more well-known and more popular throughout the entire state as well as even areas of the nation. And I think having a degree from this university is going to show that you have sort of that character and that dynamic that the state of Florida has in general.
At FAU, there's a very low tuition for the excellent education that you get. You know, you work for your grades, but you actually understand what the course material offers to you. And on top of that, being at FAU, you're exposed to many different markets. After you graduate, you're really close to West Palm Beach, you're close to Fort Lauderdale, you're close to Miami, so you have all these opportunities for internships.
The cost of education is awesome, so it doesn't hit your pocketbook and you get the same quality of education that you do elsewhere. Furthermore, you're available to get grants, you can get scholarships. Being at a public university, there's tons of funds available for you.
The benefits of getting a public education in Florida are it's affordable, and there's so many different industries here for students to explore their interests and really find a career path that they really enjoy.
We want to welcome you to the newest neighborhood of Disney Springs, Town Center.
I'm sort of bubbling over today. Our Imagineers did absolutely a gorgeous job. I have so much enthusiasm for watching the guests explore.
Disney Springs is an amazing choice to get outside of the theme parks. We invite you to come and explore.
I think our guests are going to see a number of things that are just going to surprise and delight them. First and foremost is the spring. It is absolutely breathtaking. It's the heart and soul of this property.
In addition to that, we've got some really cool brands, some wonderful operating participants that they're going to find here today.
Only Disney could do this. This is what completes the story of Disney Springs.
Here, matching bedazzled shirts are worn proudly. Homework disappears. Business suits become bathing suits. And young ones are granted new power. Because this place changes you. Princesses get the royal treatment. Siblings call truces. And dad jokes are actually funny. Robots crown new heroes. And phones are forgotten, at least for a little while. Fireworks paint the sky every night. And hand-holding makes a comeback every day. Here, anything is possible, as long as you can imagine it. And that's what makes Orlando unbelievably real.
But because they are hard.
Mercy, go. SMA is go.
Yellows are go.
GNC go. Prop go. AVI go. NASA CE go. GC go. Go. OSM go. Go for initiate terminal count.
FTS go.
Resilience rises.
Give you a go to resume count and launch Artemis 1.
And liftoff of Artemis 1. We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Louis DePaulo, Isaac Abdel Messiah. Good first period. Interesting, right?
Very defensive. I was just talking with some family of mine who were coming to watch it, and he goes, I've never seen defensive hockey like that before. And so, and he's from up in Connecticut Maine. And I'm just like, I've never seen that either, especially with UCF. It's always fast, 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 goal here, goal there. Maybe they don't get a goal. Maybe they lose by a few goals. But it's like, this is like really defensive, really just, I wouldn't say a slow start for either team.
Right.
Because you've had Anthony Barry, the forward from Davie for FAU. He's fast on the ice. You've got Dre. You've got Selar. The difference maker, though, to me, has been how UCF's been penalized twice now.
Right.
And FAU has done nothing with that.
Now, it's a shame because if you're an FAU Owls fan, we talked about it. Their power play has not been very good during the year, and neither has the penalty kill. But it makes a difference because if you're going to play on the edge, maybe you go over it a little bit, but you're going to take more opportunities and liberties if you're thinking their power play is not very good anyway. I'm going to see what I can get away with, right?
Yeah, and I think Selar, they've been chippy all night. That was the other thing my family member talked about. He said, I've never seen chippiness like this either in college hockey. And I was like, you know what, that's true, because the games that I've been here to call with you, Lewis, with UCF, for UCF, I'm saying for UCF and their opponent, is not been that chippy.
Mm-hmm.
They got their tempers and stuff, but it's been full hip checks, body checks. Sorry, see you later. Yeah, very physical. So that's also been, I'd say, a difference maker. But I think that FAU has a little advantage. I'm not saying Crawford's not good, but Fisher has been unstoppable so far, and so has Crawford.
Yeah.
But you look at the shots on goal.
It was the same last night. McMillan stood on his head. He was one of the stars.
Even though he
of the
allowed
game.
4, and, it's still, you don't see that on the scoreboard, though, sometimes.
No, but we see it up here. All right, let's talk about the standings for those of you at home. So this is the College Hockey South standings that we always look at and what we were talking about the last couple nights and why they're so important. UCF, right there. So 1 through 4 get a bye. 5 through 12 are going to play on that Thursday. So 5 is Mississippi right now. Excuse me. UCF is 6. They could end up anywhere in there, but they could end up playing. I mean, look at the bottom, right? They could play Riddle. They could play Lynn. They could play this FAU team if they could squeeze in somehow. But, again, that's what everybody's looking at. These top 4, they're done. They'll get a bye. And nobody's going to catch them.
Exactly.
So it's this cluster right in here that everybody's looking at as to, where can we line up. I mean, you certainly, as a Central Florida hockey fan, you don't want to see Embry-Riddle play UCF the first round, right? That would be kind of, well, this stinks.
I was just about to say that. You want to talk about some rivals. Can you imagine a first-round matchup between those two? I mean, that's an in-state rivalry right there, and they're right off I-4 with both of them. I mean, but then you've also got Kennesaw, who defeated UCF a couple times this season, and you've also got this strong FAU team. Do they only have 8 wins? Yeah, but you see how they've been out here tonight, and when you interviewed Bushagras earlier, which I can't agree with him on the New England stuff. Sorry, New England fans out there. I'm rooting for Seattle this weekend, or next weekend. But at the heart of it all, you heard what he said. We're a second and third period team, and we're going to come out strong. So that, and he said it confidently. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, we're a second and third period team. Every team said. No, he was like, we're doing this. So it's going to be interesting to see how both these teams come out here. They both have good goaltenders right now. Of course, they both switch sides. So we're going to see what happens here for the boys in black and gold and the others in blue and red.
All right, second period action just getting started here. Not sure what they're waiting for. All right, far side loose puck up into the bench, hits the net. And we'll do this all over just 4 seconds in. Again, thanks for joining us here on DSPN Live, home of UCF hockey. I want to thank all our FAU fans and friends watching. There's plenty of them. Turnover by Flanagan. Rare turnover. Bayona just couldn't catch that. So if you are the FAU Owls coach, I think you're definitely happier tonight than you were last night. And if you're Brewster, you're probably saying, listen, just keep playing, stay out of the box, and let's give ourselves a chance to play 5-on-5 and see what we can come up with.
Yes. I think UCF will get fortunate at some point here if they're able to recollect the puck off the boards like we just saw, but then they gave it right away. So a lot of whiffed shots also from FAU tonight. That's a big no-no for a team that's wanting to win.
Lasky comes in, skates around everybody, backhand, big shot. Better save by Fisher. No body on that one. Lasky went all the way. Shot just missed. Petito, that may have hit Beckham Buffard in front. Up and off the glass. Butchergrass. 3-on-1. Flanagan left it. Bouncing puck, couldn't control it. He was trying to make the pass over to JT. Renner, fans on that pass. My bad. Made a pass. Faked the shot is what I meant to say. 18:37 left. Action opening up just a little bit here between the two. Buffard, they got Renner pinching in. Comes back up top. Flanagan goes right to Renner. Renner with a shot, deflected, goal! I don't know if it was Seelar or not in front. I think it was. There's your replay.
So right here, Seelar tried to get the centering pass, went back down to Flanagan, who's going to redeem himself, take a quick pass on down, and we see the slap shot goal from, I believe, it was either Graziati or Dodd. I can't tell from the jersey from up here. I don't know if it might have been Seelar.
I think it was Seelar.
It was Seelar.
Great pass by Renner. That is not a shot. That's just a terrific pass as he threw it right to the net. Nice and low that he's so good at, Renner. And he got that puck.
Scored by number 54, Thomas, in 8 personnel, Seelar. Assist by number 21, Robert Renner. Time of the goal, 1:38.
So there you go. Seelar, Renner with the perfect one. And they finally beat Fisher 1-0 UCF.
Whew. That was crazy from Seelar. Remember, he was on the right side or he was trying to get that centering pass initially, and then he went over. I guess he stayed in front. Ooh, we have a night down, but he stayed in front of the net.
Well, remember when Seelar went in the box and I talked about how important he is for this UCF Knights team? I mean, he's a player that can dominate anybody that the Knights are playing, and he does at times, but sometimes he's just in the middle of everything. Like, he doesn't stand out, and he's got the skills, the speed, and the size to stand out all the time, Isaac.
Yes, exactly, Lewis. And I remember, like I said before, first game of the season that I remember coming to was against the Citadel, and Seelar had a hat trick that game, and that game was crazy. But yeah, he is a difference maker when he's on the ice. Same with Dre, same with JT Fuller, who honestly reminds me of Big Ben sometimes out on the ice if he wore some skates. But yeah, this UCF team is really, I would assume, hoping to come out into the second period, which they just have, and come out quick. But FAU, don't let the Owls try and, don't think, oh, we put the Owls away with one goal. The Owls are going to fight and fight and fight. We already heard that when you had interviewed Jake earlier, so expect the Owls maybe to try having a good chance to tie it here as we hear Rob Zombie in the arena, in the rink here.
Bouncing puck comes back to Baker. Want to say hi to the Clarks, Graziati's grandparents watching up in warm, sunny Ottawa. As that puck went over on the far side. Big hit on the far blue line. Clarks always part of our DSPN Live hockey family, watching their grandson. There's a hit from behind. That's an easy call. Pushing and shoving.
Oh.
Kotze's going. Santiago's losing his mind. They had the call. It may end up even after all this. We'll see what happens. Kotze going to the box. They got Bartoshevitz also.
I don't think they're calling anything against UCF. Maybe, I don't. Let's take a look at the replay here. So we see that it's a scrum. Pivanka and Santiago on top of, I think that's Kasi.
Yeah.
And the referees are still deliberating to see what the call is going to be. Kotze and I believe that, yeah, Bardashevich are in the box right now.
So we'll see what they come up with. Liberati talking to Dre and Renner. Watson there. 3 college hockey all-stars right there. We were just playing together just a couple of weeks ago across the pond. So we'll get the call here from Ray Berthoff. Kotze and Bardashevich in. I wonder if they called a 2 and a 10 on a hit from behind. I mean, Bardo was in. Referee talking to Yagoda. I don't think they have their mic on. No, they don't. Well, maybe. That's all right. Let them have a private conversation. Liberati's talking, Liberati's talking to Coach Brewster. Cummings over here. Cummings, a new official to our area. I think he just came in from Texas. Just moved here recently. So welcome to the Central Florida Hockey Officials Association. We got a power play one way or another, right?
I'm still in awe over that scrum. I mean, I love fighting in hockey games. One of my favorite play-by-play commentators, Doc Emmerich, loved talking about fighting at games. And
the best.
He was the best, and it still is in my opinion, even though he's retired. But
yeah.
Whoa.
So they were cleaning it up. I guess there was some blood or something on the ice they were scraping up.
That's what I thought.
Penalties not yet on the board. Okay, so Kotze's up for 2. Bardashevich's in for 2. All right. So we're going to skate 5-on-3. We'll get the call here from Ray in just a minute. Flanagan looking, shot. Oh, he was going top side.
For FAU, number 23, Alex Bardashevich.
Backdoor shot, goal! Joe Dre! Hey, you got that South Florida defense going on the power play. Take a look at how they move it around the horn.
They were everywhere over this puck, Lewis. Joseph Dre, he got it right off his stick. Bingo! Almost, he did hit the water bottle, it looked like. Fisher was not ready for that, and it is now 2-0. Man, did Ray have to be quick with that call. He was trying to call the penalties, and then boom, UCF goal.
Knights, 2-0, another power play goal.
3, Alex Bardashevich, 2 minutes for roughing. And number 72, Hudson Kotze, 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of the penalties, 3:18 of the second period.
So we still have a UCF power play. Bardashevich is in. The first penalty is off the board. Chipped and out. Nice job by the Owls. Kotze. Costly penalty as the Owls gave up a power play goal on that one. Again, UCF special teams the last 2 weekends have been really good, getting hot at the right time. Flanagan with it, behind the net looking, pass up top, just missed was Renner. Didn't get a lot of wood on that one. 55 seconds left in the penalty. Fuller off Graziati's skate, back into the corner. Owls can't clear it. Who else? Dre to Renner. Renner with a shot, loose puck in front, cleared off to the side. Renner, first one there. Dre, Fuller. They reverse it. Renner holding on. Says, I'll take the shot off the side, and that weird bounce came right back. Up and not out yet. Flanagan there. There's Flanagan. He gets the rebound. That shot was wide. It was a pass. Another one, the net comes off. And we'll have A whistle with 17 seconds left.
You know, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but this net's been dislodged 3 times. I'm not saying he's doing anything, but I want to also give a shout out real quick to Renner. I think Renner had one of the assists on that last goal. So he's been very instrumental as a defenseman, just very good awareness, getting the puck out really quick off his stick. Got it to Drea on that last goal. And I don't think it'd be 2-0, to be honest, Lewis, if there wasn't that scrum. And I'm surprised UCF didn't get called for anything.
Let's go! Scored on the power play by number 12, Dre. Assist by number 24, Jacob Graziani. Time of the goal, 3.
So Graz with the assist. The Clarks are happy. That means they just opened up a new can of Tim Hortons. French vanilla cappuccino. Believe me, I have a can waiting when I get home.
Man, I should have tried that when I was in Buffalo in October. It was right near it. Didn't get the chance.
Great stuff. Lasky rubs his man out. Pavanka takes a hit, makes a play. Chipped up, not out. Turn right on top of Crawford. Back to even strength. 5 aside. That gets by Strum. 14 minutes, 2 seconds and counting. UCF 2-0. 2 goals this period. 1 even strength, 1 power play. Buffard, he goes off. Owls just turn. Moriarty dumps it right in on Crawford, who holds on for a whistle.
Quick save there from Crawford.
More pushing and shoving in front. Justin Lopes there.
I'll tell you who I think is going to have a chip on his shoulder in this game is Kotze.
Well, that was a big penalty that Kotze took.
Yes, sir, it was. Now we got another face-off in this side, the UCF zone again.
So for the first time, UCF has a 2-goal lead this weekend over this Owls team that's battled hard all weekend long. We'll see what they can come up with. Down 2 for the first time. Renner over to Flanagan. Sauce pass through center up to Renner up top. He's got the blue line pass across. Shot just missed. Great play as he hit Javier Dode coming in. Dode, another freshman, just started playing with his Knights team last week. We got a hand pass. Another mid-semester addition that happens very frequently in our game, Isaac, because these guys usually stop around Thanksgiving. Some of the teams like Farmingdale up in Long Island and stuff, they'll play one more week. They'll play the first week after Thanksgiving. But basically after that, you're done for 45 to 60 days. So great opportunity to get some more people as Renner took that shot.
Exactly, Lewis. And Sterling had a good play there when he was trying to, I'm trying to remember now. My memory gets a little fogged sometimes after watching hockey for so long. But Sterling had a really good shot there from UCF, I think, to get a shot on goal. He's also been pretty good and instrumental for the Knights tonight. But like I said before, FAU is still not giving up, and they're going to try and attack till the end of this game.
Sterling throws that right on top of Fisher, who holds on as he had Dode right there.
Speaking of Sterling.
Go ahead.
He just had another shot there, and I also think he's been all over the ice. Honestly speaking, whenever I've been able to call these, really entertaining games between teams of this nature, UCF, and as well as their opponent, but UCF also has had they utilize everybody. Win or lose, they're utilizing everybody. And with the Owls, like I said, I don't think it'd be this score had they just been more disciplined.
Scramble in front, loose puck there, cleared by the Owls. It was in the paint, Fisher was down. Owls finally get it out to center, out of harm's way, moving it forward. Comtois Tuman. CT from Montreal. Freshman made it all the way down to Boca. As they come right through center now, they head man it to Bartoshevitz. He and Kotze were in. Ooh. Big hit. Pavanka follow up with the little stick. See, that's what they got to watch. You don't want to go in the box for no reason. If you're going to go in, you better make it a good penalty. 11:53 left. Gaffiatulin dumps that one in. Centered. It's going to be picked up by Baker. Graziati backs off. Baker looking for a place to go. Grass forces him out on the backhand. Baker retreats. They don't advance the puck yet. Comtois Tuman there. He gets hit by the big fella, JT Fuller. Graziati, the pest, the never stop. Dre just missed on that. Relentless Jacob Graziati, number 24. Seen him since he was 8 years old playing here. Right out in front, loose puck. Comtois Tuman now, he picks that one up. Back check, Hill. Haven't talked about Hill this period until now. He picks up a loose puck out of the air. Now he loses it. Dre gonna pick it up behind his own end. Dre with it. Dre, power play goal a couple of minutes ago. Lasky looking, pass across, Fuller, save. Fisher. Top line out for the Knights. Oh. That's deflected, wow. That went off a stick, went off Strum. I think that hit some iron. Hill just chips that up to center. Moriarty there to pick it up for the Owls. Moriarty takes a shot, loose puck shot, score!
Whoa!
Lopes on the rebound, Moriarty with the shot. We got a game again. The Never Say Die Owls, here you go.
Here we go, Cardiac Owls time. We see that Lopes is just, he just got behind Hill, and then he's got that tip in goal, and here we go. It is 2-1. This lead is cut in half. He went where the mom keeps the cookies, up in the cupboard, and bingo, the Owls make a bang there, and I told you, Lewis, don't count them out. 2-1.
Nope. Right on top of Fisher.
93, Justin Lopes. Assist by number 48, Connor Moriarty. Time of the goal, 9:44 of the second period.
So the Owls cut the lead in half, just a one-goal game again. Listen, you know what was good on that replay? You saw Lopes go right to where he's supposed to, is F2. He went right to the net. There's Seelar. Pass across, shot, glove save. But he goes right to the net, and he doesn't overskate the puck. Hang on here. Look at this one more time. You're going to see Moriarty. Now look at him. 93 in the bottom of your screen. He's going to go right to the slot. It's just a deflection. That wasn't even a pass.
Yeah, do you see how Hill wasn't, I don't think he realized that Lopes was right behind him. And Lopes was very elusive to get to the puck, to what you were saying, Lewis. And man, that was, that went right in a blink of an eye. Uh-oh.
Here they come again. Backhand shot. That's a shot they didn't take last night. That's the difference. They got to the slot. This time they took the shot. When you take the shot, good things happen. Drop pass. Seelar feeling it. He was going high glove, just missed. Renner. Kovac cycles that down. Congera pulled up right out in front. Second time. Another big save by Kovac.
I got to get a replay on this one from Fisher. Holy moly. You want to talk about quick hands. First off, Seelar wanted that puck a lot earlier when he tried to get the centering pass. So we see here that Kovac comes in, tried to tip it in, and Fisher says, nope, I'm going to go back to what I was doing in the first period.
Where do goal scorers go? You just saw two great examples on our DSPN Live replay. They go to the net.
Exactly.
They get the puck. That's exactly what they did. One went in, one almost went in.
And they finesse it sometimes, Lewis, and that's when we see the good goals scored, and all goals scored tonight have been pretty good.
Coming right back, taking an opportunity. That's the Owls, Inicelli. Petito with him. Baker picks that up, throws it in front. That was deflected by Inicelli. He and Pavanka going at it. Sterling there. Anicelli with the hit puck comes all the way back down. We got an icing call and a whistle.
So Anicelli, I don't want to say Anicelli because that does not sound right. Anicelli there, he quickly took the puck away from Gaffiatulin, who I think he tried to pass it to a Knights player, but there was nobody there. So Anicelli quickly picked it up for FAU. They try to work something out there. Was not successful, though, and we have another face-off in the Knights zone.
Coming right through center is Payne. Samuel Payne tried to take a shot, bouncing puck. Back up by Dode. Owls trip over the puck, still able to clear it. Pavanka up off the boards. Coming through center now, that's Moriarty. Moriarty takes a shot, loose puck cleared. Here's Dode, and his helmet comes off. We're gonna have a face-off inside.
So Crawford's bucket comes off there. Something else I wanted to note that you talked about earlier, Lewis, was that with the backhand shot, something that wasn't too existent last night. To me, in hockey games, when you have a good player that hits a real good backhand shot on goal, I would know. It makes a huge difference.
I'm gonna mute you.
Makes a huge difference, and that was a good attempt there from the Owls, and I think they're gonna have a lot more attempts tonight.
Coming all the way back, Strum on that one. He just pulls up. Second time. Forecheck, relentless by the Knights. Santiago on that. Drop pass, great stick check coming back. Kelly looking for the back door. Moriarty, that gets by and comes right back out. Santiago terrific on that forecheck, then got caught up behind, couldn't get back in the play. Fans looking for a penalty, doesn't happen. Petito picks it up. P-squared shot, glove save. Watson and Dre going at it. Saying, I love you, man. Remember, we were teammates in old Paris.
You know the hockey's good when the fans are going crazy, Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, really good crowd again. Every night now. Doesn't matter what time we play. Jake and I were here. You know, we used to start 10:30 games. Oh, brutal. But thanks to my man Jason Leiston in the rink, so much better. Buchagras. Oh, just run over. Fuller, that centering pass comes all the way up top. Lasky there. Lasky. Watson on top of him off the side. Owls come right back. There's Barry. Barry with it, turns, just dumps it in. Dre, shot right out in front, just missed, that went wide. Bouncing puck came up off the wall to Barry. Lasky there. Lasky rubbed out. Comes all the way back down. We got a couple of players that went down. Fuller, one of them. Referee doesn't see it, play goes on. Owls coming right back. Nice poke check there by Selar. And we got too many men on the ice. Is that what they called?
I think so, because I don't see, of course, anyone going near the box.
Somebody's got to go.
Oh, here we go.
So, Codsey in. We're going to have a Seminole Money Tree power play for these UCF Knights. Up 2-1. They scored on the last one. Joe Dre with that ripping shot. 6:21 left. Huge penalty kill for this FAU team.
Codsey once again, and I just saw him. He kind of buried his head under the tip of his stick there. He's annoyed.
Well, I think we'll see who the penalty, but if it's too many men, I don't know if it was him that jumped or not.
Minor for too many players on the ice.
There you go. Beckham Buffard shot high and over the head. That may have hit Fisher in the head.
You know, I never.
But that may not be Codsey's fault.
No, it may not be. I think that's just a bad communication part on the bench. That's typically what it is. I mean, I always wondered the same in football when there's too many men on the field. You know, that's such a. You think that's such a simple penalty not to get called against you, but you just get caught in the moment. And if it's a line change, a substitution, something, you're not always paying attention because you're so full of energy and ready to go.
Buffard up to Seelar. Seelar backhand pass on the outside. Kotze, he pulls up. Kotze and Seelar exchange positions. Back to Kotze. He's got nowhere to go. He comes over here on the near side. Buffard with it. Cycles it down low. Seelar off a skate. Picks it right back up. Tried shooting it. Couldn't get it on net. Owls able to clear it all the way back down. Nice job, John Bayona. Knights will set up behind their own end. Minute 14 left and counting in the power play. 2-1. Knights looking to extend the lead to 2, second time tonight. Seelar throws it toward the net. Loose puck covered up by Fisher as they had Pavanka in front. Take a look.
Let's look at the replay here. Seelar once again trying to make a moment for himself on the ice. Tries to find someone to get it to. Finally does. Gets it right in front of the net. And had someone been there for UCF, because it just popped off of the stick of Pavanka. Had someone been there, though, they would have taken that shot, and it probably would have been 3-1.
All right, Knights now. Flanagan, Renner comes in, shot. That's the flex. That's the area he loves to shoot from, and he's just tremendous at getting it to the net. Flanagan, right, tape to tape. Backdoor Graziati shot, big save, rebound, followed up, score! Power play goal! The Knights at the 5-minute mark, up 3-1 now. Here's your replay.
So here we go. We just talked about Graziati. Gets it down in there, and we saw a quick snapshot from big number 24. Once again, off the stick of Graziati, and I think JT Fuller got the rebound. I didn't mean to say Graziati earlier when he got it over. I believe he got it over to Renner from the right side.
Should be Graziati with the power play goal. We'll get it here in just a second. Either way, 2 power play goals back to back. Brewster's got to be happy with that. The way they moved the puck around the horn was absolutely terrific. That is exactly, hang on.
Scored by number 21, Robert Renner.
Really?
Assist by number 24, Jacob Graziati. And number 12, Joe Trey.
All right, whatever. We'll go back and look at it. Regardless, they moved the puck extremely well. When you watch that replay again, coach will take that. Tape to tape to tape. They moved it side to side and across. Graziati took the shot. Perfect play. That's exactly what you want. Petito coming right back. Flanagan just pokes that away. Trying to get by Baker. That Graziati flying down the near side. Lasky there. Under 4 minutes left. Knights up 3-1. 2 power play goals.
Crazy how this has transpired off 2 power plays already, Lewis.
Special teams. Special tonight. Seelar back check. Fisher gets right back up. Seelar delivers a big check. 3:34 left. Petito looking for a place to go. Seelar on top of him. Forces him back. Makes a pass up here to Baker. Baker gains the zone. Centers it. That just goes behind. Bartoshevitz, excuse me. Baker takes a hit. Loose puck. Seelar right in front. Turn, fired right on top. Deflected again. Crawford following the puck, staying solid to the post. Does a great job covering that up. Long stretch pass for Hill. That was intercepted. Ooh. Beckham Buffard goes down. Holds the stick. Look at that. So the FAU fans in front of us upset with that. Coming right out. Backhand, big shot. Kovac. Up and off the glass. Comes all the way back down. Icing the call. Want to give a special shout out. My friend Rich McFadden. McFadden's Roofing. If you or your parents need a roof, I already told Jake last night, call McFadden's Roofing. Rich is a great guy, family-owned business, been open for decades. I met him way back in the 80s, way before you were even thought of, son.
Well, much way before. But
Back
I want to unpack a few plays there real quick. I mean, a lot of scrum playing between these two teams. I don't really think they like each other based on the plays here. But Fisher has made a decent amount of stops here, even though UCF is up by 2 goals. I just think that that's because FAU, I'm not saying UCF's not good when there's no power play, but FAU has not really been disciplined like their coaches were wanting them to be tonight.
Moriarty beaten up on Payne in front. He's got to be careful there. 3-1 Knights. All 4 goals coming this period between the two teams. Right out in front, Sterling there. Oh, he nearly poked it in. Liberati blows the whistle. The puck was in, but he blew the whistle first.
Let me guess, the net was dislodged again?
37-17 the shots on goal. Minute 48 left. Second period. My intermission guest coming up. Captain Carson Mueller, the UCF Knights, all the way down from Minnesota. Cold enough for him to go ice fishing here tonight. Haven't checked the weather, but it was supposed to be 16 the wind chill. I'm sure my ride to Wawa is going to be freezing cold. Coming up, Kodsey and Pavanka. Again, the physicality picking up. Turn right out in front. That's deflected off Kodsey's stick. He's there. He's trying to get it back. Pavanka picks up the loose puck, backhands it up to Kelly. Wow. Kelly just missed Mueller. Ethan couldn't get that pass through. Gaffiatulin. Knights got a tag up. Come on,
This
Ray.
is the final minute of play in the second period.
All right. D. Owls, far side. Bouncing puck, Gaffiatulin there. Strom on top. FAU sends 2 in on the forecheck. That gets over Graziati. Icing waved off. Fuller there. Fuller takes a big hit against the boards. So now we got a penalty coming up.
Man.
They got an elbowing call. JT Fuller was our fill-in for Coach Brewster. He's trying to fix his cage. Look at him.
Yeah, that.
Come on, JT,
Telling
get
you,
up.
man, reminds me of Big Ben. When Big Ben would go down and take hits, I remember one time he played the Ravens, his whole nose was broke. They had to put it back in, but I'm really surprised tonight that UCF has not got called almost the same amount of times as FAU. Maybe that's why the FAU fans are really angry.
So Fuller's like, listen, what do I got to do here to survive? They got the penalty call. So in the sin bin, they're going to put Buchagras. 36.8 seconds left. Another power play for this UCF team as that gets by Renner. Back up top. Graziati. We think Graziati got the last one. Renner's shot and a goal! Power play goal. 3 power play goals in a row.
Well, I don't know if Buchagras' statement's going to stay up till now, Lewis. It's 4-1 Knights, and we see JT right behind. He gets it on down to Big 21 Renner, who had a goal earlier. He gets the one-timer there. He's quick to get to it, and it is now 3-goal advantage for UCF. Man.
Jake, they always say, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, 3, Mr. Owl. Well, Mr. Renner said, hey, 3 power play goals in a row.
Scored on the power play by number 21, Robert Renner. His second of the game. Assist by number 6, J.T. Fuller. And number 24, Jacob Graziati. Time of the goal, 1944 of the second period.
Wow.
At the end of the second period, the score is your UCF Knights 4, FAU 1. Shots on goal at the end of the second period for your UCF Knights 37 for FAU 18.
That's a second goal for Renner tonight, folks, and they have been quick, UCF, to make note of these shortcomings by FAU. A lot of power plays, 3 now that UCF has scored on against the Owls, and that's something to make note of. Not saying that, like I said before, that UCF wouldn't be up had there not been any power plays, but still, crazy to think that now the Knights, who it was tied at 0-0 going into the second period, are now up 4-1. And we'll see Lewis go down here to have a chat with Carson Mueller.
Well, Captain Carson should know. Should be Carson. But in the meantime, 3 straight power play goals for this Knights.
Wild how the first period was, and then score because of some accidental errors by FAU, but that's what their assistant coach talked about. He said, we have to be more disciplined. We have to be better at not going into the box. Well, that second period didn't show that at all.
Isaac, you got to kill Ray's mic. Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right, we'll see if he's coming out. Andrew, you go to, if you get a copy of that, Ray, or Jake, Andrew, you go to talking to the officials about the penalties. Penalties that period, huge. Listen, it was 0-0 at the end of 1. 5 goals that period. We can talk about when we get the wrap. Looks like Santiago getting a little repairs there from the trainer behind the bench. I can see her working on his, I don't know,
his nose?
Bridge of his nose. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, this has been an interesting game here between both these in-state rivals, and hopefully Renner will come out for a quick chat with you, Lewis. But man, has it been real interesting, and how you could see, like you said, that the head coach, here he comes, the head coach for FAU looked like annoyed. I don't want to say annoyed, but he was definitely questioning some of those calls, I'd assume, with the refs.
Hey, there we go. Captain Carson. All right, everybody. We got to get these guys to sit down. We got to get this handsome face on here. Captain Carson Mueller, how are you?
Great, how about you?
Hey, you got in just before the Zamboni. I thought they were going to have to sweep you up.
Yeah, skated across quick.
So, came down from the north, freezing cold up there, freezing cold here. Jeez, you must feel like you're home in Minnesota.
I mean, the wind today, yeah, definitely felt a little bit like Minnesota, but they still don't have the freezing temperatures here, so.
So you're president of the club.
Yeah.
You're going to school. You're playing hockey. You're helping me with logos, making social media posts, doing all kinds of things that are administrative, and you're coming to practice. How do you juggle all that?
I mean, it's a lot, but it's a really good distraction just from life. I mean, I really enjoy it, so, I mean, it just kind of keeps me going, and then seeing us win games is kind of my motivation. I mean, coming to the rink every day has just been a blast, so it kind of motivates me to do everything else.
So you've been here a few years now, and I talked to Flanny the other night about the transition from Mariani and Brewster to just Brewster this year. How's that worked for you as being part of that leadership team to help that transition and to help the young guys?
It's been very different for sure. Brewster's been a great coach so far. I think it's been very important for us leaders, the executive team, the captains, to be a part of the leadership group especially. I think we play a much higher role on this team than we ever have. And I think it's been really important with like the incoming freshmen and kind of just how we've collected as a group has been really, really good off the ice. And I think it's come together on the ice a little bit.
Well, let's talk about the incoming freshmen. Not the ones that just started in the fall, because we have a good group of those.
Yeah.
But how about the ones we just picked up mid-semester with Lasky and Dode and a couple others, and now Ethan playing 2 nights in a row? That's got to be huge for you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a long time coming for all those 3 players. I'm really excited to have them on the team. And obviously, Lasky's already proved himself. I think Dode's going to have one soon, and Ethan's been playing his heart out this weekend, so it's been really fun.
So you come in this weekend, 2 big games against FAU. You had a big game last weekend, last Saturday night here after disappointing loss in Daytona. Big win last night, late tonight. 4 goals in this period. 3 straight power play goals. I talked about special teams being special the last couple of weeks for the whole team. Started with Graziati's shorthanded goal that Friday night. and it's just continued. Are you guys working extra hard on practice on special teams?
Yeah, we spend at least a half an hour on Thursdays on special teams. It's been really important for us. Obviously, it's been a factor in many of our games this last semester, so we really wanted to improve on it this semester, and I think we have. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it's been above 50% these last couple games, so it's been a big factor, and obviously it's proved it tonight that we have 3 power play goals. So
It's huge, and when you go back and look at the replay, you're going to see incredible tape to tape to tape, bang, goal. It was just absolutely perfect. You guys are doing really well at practice, so keep up the good work there.
yeah, it's been important with our penalty kill on the ice too, in the practices. I mean, we work hard, so it makes our power play better for sure.
All right, third period coming up. Most important period of the season. Why? Because you got a 4-1 lead. You got the playoffs coming up. You're fighting for seeding. You want to get in that top layer for the College Hockey South playoffs. What do you say to the other younger guys? Like, guys, we got to focus. We got to stay on our mission because we've got bigger goals here at UCF.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep playing our game for sure. In the previous seasons, we haven't been exactly great at keeping our score in the third period, so we kind of have to just get pucks deep, play our game, play physical, play hard like we have been this game, and play like we did in the second, not the first.
All right. A lot of memories, a lot of games, both here and on the road. When you look back, I know your career's not over yet, but when you look back, what would you say your favorite moment is as a UCF Knight?
God, there's been so many good ones. I'd say probably playing in Nationals my first year. It was just a blast to see that and to be around Nationals. It was just so much fun. Seeing all those other teams, how they compete, and just be able to compete in Nationals was such a blast. So I'm going to say that.
And then the tiebreaker is what didn't allow UCF to advance. So it's that close when you get to national.
Absolutely. I mean, it was kind of heartbreaking, especially when we knew we could have beat University of Alabama Huntsville that first game. We had 60-something shots. The goalie just stood on his head, and unfortunately we didn't advance. But I think this next coming team is worth it. So.
Well, still plenty of time to make more memories before you hang your skates up. Yeah. All right, at home, everybody wants to know, what's your major? And when are you going to graduate?
I am a mechanical engineering major, and I'm looking to graduate May of 2027.
So you got one more year in the black and gold.
Correct. I'm excited for it.
All right. Anybody you want to say hi to on TV land?
I want to say hi to my family. They're sitting right here. I'll say hi to my dad at home. Yeah, but you usually come to the game, so I'll say hi to them. So.
All right. Captain Carson, thanks. Appreciate everything you do. All right, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Lewis, and we'll be back after a message from UCF.
It's a vision so strong. It has the power to transform a community. It focuses on results rather than activities and stands out by refusing to stand still. It challenges us to be better than we are today and ignites extraordinary change. It believes anything is achievable and rejects the status quo. It breaks through all boundaries and limitations by staying focused on the purpose. It leads deliberately with integrity, honor, and responsibility, and inspires the courage to act. It values partnership and collaboration as one mind and one voice. From innovation to impact, Orlando has made its mark on the world stage. Home of the country's second largest university, UCF, a leader focused on making a difference. Fueled by an unwavering determination to redefine possibility, it has influenced the world forever. It's not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. UCF.
because they are hard.
Mercy, go.
SMA is go.
Yellows are go.
GNC, go. Prop, go. AVI, go. NASA CE, go. GC, go. Go. OSM, go. Go for initiate terminal count.
FTS go.
And resilience rises.
Give you a go to resume count and launch Artemis 1.
And liftoff of Artemis 1. We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Louis DiPaolo, Isaac Abdel Messiah. 5 goals. Nothing in the first, 5 in the second.
I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. I feel like hockey games are like that at times. You know, there's been 2 goals by Renner. He had one that was I believe a centering pass, if I remember correctly, and another that he got a tip in on. We saw the one from Dre earlier, which that's what started the scoring.
Right.
And then we saw Lopez. He got it and cut it in half for FAU after Selar scored a goal. So really, the difference maker, and this is interesting, there was a difference maker that I said at the end of the first period going into the second period. That was Fisher. Now that's completely changed, and that's how hockey is, folks. You could have one score 1 minute, the next a team just scores a bunch, and that's really been because of the penalty problems for FAU. The penalty problems have killed them tonight. 3 penalties, 3 goals because of it.
Well, if you missed the beginning, I talked about one of the keys to the game, truthfully for both teams, and particularly FAU all season, has been lack of power play and a weak penalty kill, and it's come back to bite them. And I talked about recently the UCF Knights power play and penalty kill have been really good, and it's continued now. This is the 4th game in a row.
Yeah, I think that the difference maker with the penalties when it comes to UCF having a power play, Lewis, is that they're fast and they're aware of the puck. I'm not saying FAU is not, but it doesn't look like they're paying attention as much. And it looks like they just they don't have the right strategy to be able to counteract UCF's speed. And we've seen many teams come in here and beat UCF on power plays. You know, when you were just talking to Mr. Captain himself, Mueller. Forgot his name for a minute. He said, in the past, we've been bad in the 3rd period. So that's going to be something to look for. Let's see how UCF responds in this final period. Not saying that they'll give the lead up, but anything can happen in hockey.
Let's see if we can get a couple of these replays up coming up here. The replay has been acting up just a smidge. Take over.
So we see here, this is off. This is where FAU cuts that lead in half. We saw that big number 93, Justin Lopez, got right behind. And when I mean behind, he got behind Hill. Like, he was very elusive to the puck there and just got it in. He hits the fist pump there, and then it went all downhill there for FAU, though. So now it's 4-1, but I still think the Owls are going to come out pretty strong. I don't think they're going to just say, oh, these penalties, they're going to let us, dictate the whole game, but
so that was, oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
That's the wrong one. This is the one we want to look at next.
So this is where Selar, you see where Selar is. Pay attention. He's at the top of the left red circle. I believe this is the goal he scored. Or this is the one actually from JT to Kovac.
Right. Big Kovac, save there. Hold on. Let me grab this real quick. This should be what we're looking for. That was a
good save. So this may be the one where Selar or Renner scored, because Renner's had 2 goals as well. So we can see that, again, Selar's involved. I believe that is, that is...
It's Pavanka.
Yeah, it's Pavanka right in front. And that was another good save by Fisher. And see, that's the thing, though. Even though UCF's up by 3, Fisher has still made a lot of good saves.
Here's the goal.
So here is, this is the one by Renner. that rebound shot. You want to talk about quick?
Renner's at the top of the circle, and he got credit for the goal.
Exactly, which
but
I
we
don't
know
know.
Graziati shot it.
I don't know.
Last one.
Here we go, our last replay here before the third. The FAU was checking all night, but they didn't get to UCF, and we saw once again the quick flashiness from Robert Renner. And look at the replay, though. Did you see where FAU was on that? Nowhere. They were not blocking Renner. Renner was right in front. So this is what, if I'm the FAU coach, I'm telling my players, guys, we gotta maximize our space on the ice. Just don't stay against one person. Yes, there's only 4 against 5. UCF has an advantage, of course, we know this, but space out. Make sure that you're covering the zone well, you know, and I think that's been the difference maker. UCF was really able to respond to those power plays.
Well, the players are on the ice, the officials are on the ice, both benches are standing. We're getting ready for a big third. Thanks for joining us here, UCF Hockey on DSPN Live. I want to thank the coaches and both our intermission guests tonight. Always a pleasure to get to meet and talk to the kids. Graziati over to Fuller. Fuller just takes a bouncing puck, fires it on top of Fisher. We let it go hardly into the corner. Renner, shot on that far side. Flanagan comes out of nowhere to keep that one in. So FAU down 3. They put themselves in a hole. They had a good start. They were 0-0 at the end of 1. And then, like you said, the wheels came off as Crawford just sticks that one behind the net. Bouncing puck. Fuller may get there first. Fuller and Buchagras. Fuller cuts to the net, poked away by Buchagras. Fuller still with it. He's got Renner all alone in front. Couldn't get him the puck. Lasky couldn't do that either. There's a shot right in front, right behind him.
I thought that went in for a moment there, Lewis.
Well, we'll see. We got college's greatest cameraman there. Take a look.
So let's see here. JT, I thought he was going to have a breakaway originally. He's right in front of the net in front of Fisher. And I thought Fisher lost control of the puck there because it looks like he's like, oh, where'd it go? And JT had to come in there almost like the Penguin. He's walking in trying to put that puck into the net. But no goal. And the net got dislodged, you know, again. But all jokes aside, Fisher's been really good tonight.
That shot deflected, comes all the way back down. Icing is the call. Hey, to the Clarks. I want you to know your daughter is sitting here to our right, drinking either hot chocolate or French vanilla, but it's from the rink. It's not Tim Hortons. They may have to pull her Canadian card.
Did you try any of the hot chocolate in Paris when you were there, in France? I heard it's really good there.
No, I had mulled wine with the Renners in Dre. It's the first time I've ever had it. It was amazing.
I have heard them all.
Yeah, it's like a warm, sweet wine. We were in a Christmas village, Baden-Baden in Germany. It was just absolutely tremendous. Beautiful day, beautiful city. So that was, and then Dre Renner and I experienced escargot. In fact, I start calling Dre Escargot Joe because Renner was on this big kick. We're at dinner or lunch, whatever, and he's on this big thing. I got to try something different. I'm in France. So he orders escargot, and Joe and I are like, yeah, no. We had schnitzel and something else. He's like, you guys got to try it. So we finally each tried it. Joe was the last. But, you know, I guess you could put hot butter and garlic on anything and make it tasty.
It's one of the best dishes I've ever had.
Here comes Dre right now, poked away. Jake, you're a snail guy? Really? I would have never guessed. I should have known as you like slow things the way they move, like your Rangers. All right, back to live action. No more talk about Jake's food preferences or lack thereof. Owls. Finally get the puck out. Gaffiatulin just pokes that away. Buchagras there. Bouncing puck comes across, picked up by Kovac. Kovac looking for the return pass. Payne couldn't get it to him. That's an opportunity that Payne will headman the puck in the future when they go back and look at the tape. Payne taking a beating down there by Watson. Watson 1-on-2. Sterling there as well. Nobody's got control yet. Finally, the Owls fired around the other side, picked up by the Knights. Shot deflected on Fisher, into the corner it goes. Now behind the net. Big hit. Here's Payne looking. Made a pass. Nice job. Had his eyes open as he made a nice little backhand pass. Crawford's going to cover that up to Sterling. Just couldn't pull the trigger.
Something I noticed is, once again, Lewis, how I said earlier, UCF to me is faster to the puck than FAU. I don't know if it's just because of, body size, energy. I don't know. I know the Owls have a lot of energy right now, but it's just so weird. I feel like the Owls at some points are pushing the puck down the ice so that an icing will get called so they get a breather. I don't know if they're winded. But it's just odd to see that FAU is not quicker to the puck. Could be a skill thing. I don't know.
Here's the thing, too. FAU, giant hit by Moriarty on Kelly. We got a penalty coming up. Some pushing and shoving. Moriarty going for rough. This is a very young FAU team. They've only got mostly freshmen and sophomores, a big sophomore class. Bayona, the only senior playing tonight. And they've only got one junior, I think, Congero. So they're a very young team, this Owls group. That's a big part of it. All right, here we go again.
UCF's going to make Fisher pay, or not pay, I should say, but they're going to make him work for his money here.
Here's the South Florida defense right here. Dre, Renner, and Flanagan. And they're lined up taking the draw is Dre. Dre digs it up, tried to center that. Saw Fuller on the back end. They bring it up to Graziati, down low. Fuller. Graziati wants to get his second goal, even though it would only be the first on the official sheet. Flanagan's shot deflected up and into the netting. I love this power play. I love what Brewster did. He's got basically three defensemen, Graziati and Fuller. Normally you put 3 or 4 forwards out with one defenseman. Brewster has done the exact opposite, and it's been very effective for the Knights. But you got some talented out there. That puck comes out by Flanagan. Couldn't hold on. Did a good job not turning that over. Knights regroup. Renner. Dre picks it up on the half wall, down low. Goes behind the net to Fuller. Dre giving directions. You got to love it. You got 5 coaches on the ice helping Brewster. Just such an experienced group. Looking for a give and go. Graziati, they're playing catch behind the net. Dre's in front. Fuller's in front. Graziati in the corner. Graz back up top. Renner shot. Loose puck. Oh, Dre nearly had a second one. Couldn't pull the trigger. Here's Renner. Renner deflected up. That was Kotze there. Kotze got it up. Not out yet. Now at the blue line, there's a battle. Renner on the forecheck. Renner says, I'll go in. Don't mind if I do. Goes in, lays a hit. Comes right back. He and Bayona going at it. 20 seconds left in the power play. They've scored on 3 consecutive power plays as Kovac avoided a check, got the puck deep. Now it comes right back. Beckham, Buffard. Watson hard all the way down, and that's going to do it. So we're going to have a power play opportunity as Seelar go into the box for a cross check. We're going to have a Michael T. Gibson penalty kill as the Owls are going to be up a man. Seelar, easy call. That's his third, right?
Second?
Yeah,
16 earlier. Big number 16. Buffard had the first penalty earlier. That's interesting. I mean, to think that UCF has only been called 3 times for penalties is pretty good, pretty disciplined. But You know, I would say the Owls got fortunate on that last exchange when they were down a man, because they have not been able to kill the penalty, but they did there. So now they got a man advantage of their own.
14:33 left here. Down 3. Petito. Sauce pass all the way over to Watson. They go behind the net. Buchagras. He's going right to the front. Buchagras got clipped on the hand. Comes back out. Owls regroup at center. Through the legs of Kovac. Comes all the way back. They're going to have to start back behind their own end. Petito left the puck. Miscommunication on the Owls. They get it up to Petito. They're going to have to start all over. No speed. Just unable to get going with anything. Watson says, give me the puck. I'll take it. Singing Sammy comes in. Drops it to Petito. He fires it around the far side. Bayona there. Watson. Poke checked away. Great defense by the Knights. And Dre there to clear it all the way down. Bouncing puck. Lasky comes in. He's there. Backhand. Shot and a goal!
Holy moly. Oh.
Short-handed goal. Lasky on the board. Take a look.
Oh my, Lasky is so quick to get to this puck against Baker. He goes nifty with it and gets right behind Fisher's back. Mamma mia, what a play. 5-1 Knights.
So they didn't score in the last power play, but they scored on the penalty kill. So on the last 5 special teams opportunities, one way or another, this UCF Knights team has got 4 goals. Are you kidding me?
Oh my.
There's Renner.
Scored by number 23, Aiden Lasky. Assist by number 12, Joe Dre. Time of the goal.
So Lasky, one of my keys last night, was quiet. Tonight he gets right back on the board. I think that's his 4th goal in as many games of his college career. Wrapped, couldn't get it in. Flanagan there, shot. Now back behind his own net. Strum. It's UCF Knights team now. 5-1. Looking strong. You heard Captain Carson talk during the intermission, as we're back to even strength, about coming out and playing the third period and playing hard. Hey, by the way, guys, we got replay going, and it's been terrific. You are watching college's greatest cameraman. I love my man, Jake. Here's Renner. Renner shot high and into the net. But all kidding aside, Jake's been with me from day one doing these games. You're the best. Absolutely. Bad taste, great camera work. Between the snails and your hockey team.
Hey man, escargot, it's good. I like it a lot. And I didn't have it in France or in Europe. I had it on a cruise, but pretty good. I will say it was pretty good. Just like beef tartare. Or steak tartare, I should say.
Pavanka and Lopes going at it. Buchagras. Buchagras is like, just give me the puck. Backhand shot, tricky shot. Big save by Crawford. 11:53 and counting. Things opening up. There's Kelly. Mueller got that puck deep. Now we got numbers coming the other way. Gaffey-Atul and Buchagras. Buchagras with the shot high off the glove. Big hit on the boards. Big hit at center ice. Bodies flying, pucks flying. It is going on here tonight in the Ice Den. Turned nearly too many men. Moriarty coming in, offsides, takes the shot. Doesn't count, but take a look at this anyway.
Yeah, so you even said it, Lewis. There may have been too many men there, but, you know, I believe the refs called offsides. But anyways here, quick movement here into the zone by, I believe that, yeah, Moriarty, I can't say names. Moriarty, thank you. And you could see that some fans were a bit annoyed here, and so was the bench from FAU. But no goal because it was already whistled dead.
He went high blocker. Nice shot. Just a little offsides was his teammate. Graziati picks up a loose puck, turned it over. Petito there. Graziati still trying to get it out. Comes back out to Fuller. Fuller trying to toe drag Moriarty, couldn't do it. Owls got the puck down. Dre cuts that angle off, bouncing puck. Gets by everybody. And Lasky coming in. Lasky looking, throws it to center, runs his man over. They both go into the boards. We may have an injury here. We'll see. That puck goes down. The referee says play on. Lasky got caught up. Shot and a goal! Look at this. The floodgates have opened up. That's Dre.
So this will be another goal for Dre. If it was off his stick, I believe it was. So it's a long-range shot here. Wow. It was a tip, and I think that was Fuller in front. It could have been off his stick. We'll get the call here eventually, but man, just before that, though, an FAU player, his head collided into the boards.
Yeah, it was Strum. Strum and Lasky went down, and Lasky, class act, just made sure he was okay, and they both got up. Unintentional, they just got tripped up. So the floodgates have opened up now. UCF up 6-1.
Man.
Officials talking to the bench and Coach Yagoda. I'm sure he wants to know why there was no call, or when Strum was down, why didn't you blow the whistle when you saw he was hurt?
Yeah.
If there's no call, the second question Andrew's going to ask is, and he's a lawyer, he's a good lawyer down in Miami.
He's angry.
Sure he is.
I understand his frustration, though. Why don't you, blow the play dead? I mean, he could be hurt.
Yeah. But they don't. And Dre takes advantage of it. Beckham nearly went.
Scored by number 12, Joe Dre. His second of the game. At 9:31 of the third period.
So Dre's got two. We got lots of hitting going on. We got a penalty coming up behind the play. This is when cooler heads got to prevail. Beckham Buffard looks like he's going to the box. And good job by Cummings, our official here tonight, as he takes both of them. He and Baker going. As the linesman just says, please go in the box. 10 minutes, 3 seconds left, 6-1 Knights. But this is when things get crazy, and you got to have a cool head. You don't want to get yourself in a position where you may not be able to play next week.
Exactly, Lewis. And to that point, I think we've seen a lot of toughness from both these teams tonight, a lot of just I wouldn't say anger, just annoyance. But now that it's 4-on-4, maybe the message from both coaches will be chill out.
Well, here comes Seelar. Seelar comes in. Kovac holds on. Got it to him back door. Fisher with the stick. Flanagan. Kovac poked away from him. Kovac stick check. Flanagan picks it right back up. But these are one of the games, so many times in my coaching career, you would tell the kids, listen, keep playing, keep your head up. Don't take anything for granted, because it gets carried away. You never know. Renner's shot just missed. Who's on hat trick watch? Dre, Renner.
It is big number 21.
Oh,
Renner,
there it is.
He got it.
Renner with the hat trick. Rockin' Robert Renner.
I mean, do you believe in miracles? Renner is right in front of the net here, and you say, who's on hat trick watch? Bada bing, bada boom. He got the tip. Well, not even the tip in there. It was a rebound shot. And you saw the, you saw the net dislodge there again, but they're going to count the goal. Hat trick.
So another special teams goal, technically, because we're skating 4 aside. 7-1. He got that puck from his skate to his stick, wasted no time. He learned that move from a coach on the Division II bench.
Scored by number 21, Robert Renner. His 3rd of the game, a hat trick.
So a hat trick for Renner. We got another penalty coming up. But Josh Haverstrom, former Central Florida Hockey Club member. Jake and I know him and his dad very well. He's a coach on the Division II bench. Phenomenal player. That was clearly a Josh Haverstrom move. He would have never learned that from his father. We got a timeout, FAU. We got a power play coming up for the Owls as Pavanka goes in. And we'll be back in just a minute.
Place your deposit now to gain priority for Solar Bears season tickets at OrlandoSolarBearsHockey.com. That's OrlandoSolarBearsHockey.com.
Francesco's Italian Restaurant represents the best of the Mediterranean and the official Italian restaurant of DSPN Live. Indulge in a tapestry of rich and vibrant flavors straight from the heart of southern Italy. Our mission is simple: carefully preparing and serving the most flavorful Italian dishes using only the freshest local ingredients for an experience that will delight your senses. Make memories and celebrate life as you enjoy signature flavors of our authentic Italian hand-tossed pizzas, classic Italian pasta, and seafood. Francesco's is located at... All right, we're going to come right back. Cut Francesco's commercial off, but make sure you get there. So we got an Owls power play, a 4-on-3. Another special team situation is Sammy went off, but another special team situation. The Knights have scored 4 out of the last 5 special team scenarios. This is the 6th one in a row. Let's see what happens.
Well, I wonder what the FAU coach, we talked about this just a few minutes ago, is telling his bench right now. Like, are we, is he telling them just score a couple goals? They're down 6, so could a win happen? Not likely. But or do you just tell them to just, cooler heads prevail, as you said before, Lewis? I don't know, but that's why I'm not a coach. But it's interesting to see how UCF has just capitalized on so many special teams moments up to this point.
Well, he's going to tell them, let's just keep playing our game. I mean, regardless of the score, you want to make something good happen and just see what happens. I mean, yeah, numbers are not likely, but we got to play the game. So Petito there. Let's remember, there's some healthy scratches for this FAU team, just like there are the UCF Knights team. So if coach says, hey, go out on this power play, I'm going out. I'm going, I was going to say something to the wall, but you just got to go. Like, that's your job. That's why you're playing. Just like Lasky is right there, shorthanded. Lasky, nice pass. Beckham Buffard. Those two switch. Lasky and Watson battling. Those guys getting physical down in the corner. Coming right back with the puck, though, are the Owls. They got to earn their ice time. They got to keep their ice time. Baker to Bayona. Backhand pass, down low, back door. Ooh, that got loose. Flanagan there to clear it. Puchagras with the backhand, just couldn't get it in. Petito now picks it up. All right, back to even strength. Pavanka out, 6:46 left. A lot of time. Hopefully cool heads prevail. Moriarty, Fuller, Moriarty he's a big, strong Owl. Look at him. He just goes one end to the other. Couldn't get around Renner. Thought he was going to pull that shot a little bit earlier instead of trying to dangle Renner as that comes right out in front. Let's see what he does this time. He goes down, makes a pass, backhand. Renner picks that one up. Gets it to Kelly. Fuller. Fuller takes a shot. Covered up. But Moriarty was coming in, got around a couple of Knights, had a ton of speed. I think when they look at that, they're going to want to say, hey, get the shot right there instead of trying to split those last two, maybe get a rebound and barrel in for that.
Yeah, I think Moriarty and some other players from FAU have tried to be a little too cheeky with the puck tonight, and they could have had many chances. I saw that earlier when I think it was Bouchagras. He could have passed it over to, it was on an odd man rush. It was 2 against 1. Could have passed it over, but he just took the shot himself and it whiffed. So
now, they're doing a better job, Isaac, tonight than they did last night. The score doesn't reflect that, but they're getting more shots, more quality shots than they did last night. So a positive for the Owls to look at.
There's always positives to look at, even when you got a loss.
Well, you have to. That's the only way you keep growing is Kelly pulls up. Fired all the way back on the other side. Owls trying to chip it out. Not yet, says Dre. Bouncing puck to Baker. Baker avoids a hit. Dumps the puck in. 5:22 and counting. So, Dre on hat trick watch. We already got one to Rock and Renner. Dre, sauce pass, up, stolen. You want to see, Dre's going to go off, if his teammates will feed him or if coach will give him an opportunity to get it, maybe put him up on the front line or something. You know, when you have an unselfish player that does so many things for your team, particularly Dre, who blocks so many shots. I mean, he did the same thing when we were playing the All-Star game. Just always in the right place in the right time, and you want to reward a kid like that when you get a chance.
And it's very important that you always have awareness of the ice, whatever sport you play, court, field, because you may play a position that's a specific strategy, specific, way to play, but if you have a chance to make a difference in a game like Dre has done so many times this season, that is how you stand out amongst your peers and some of your teammates, and that's why you get honored as a player no matter the sport. For example, I play tennis, but it's singles, but if you just make the right shot at the right time, good save there from Fisher, you will win a match 9 times out of 10 because you're creative in your skill process and playmaking.
Gaffia tooling with that shot, Fisher with the save. Well, make the right play, make the right decisions. All life lessons you learn, right?
Exactly.
All right, into the corner. Dode, he's rubbed out of the play. Into the corner. Dode still down looking for the puck. Squirts free. Kovac there. Flanagan throws it right back in. Dode picks that one up. Dode protects the puck that time. Now he's got it. Pass back up top. Great shot. That was deflected. Nice job getting some ice time back. There's Musselwhite, the extra defenseman tonight. 3:28 and counting. Flanagan leaves it for Musselwhite. Muss coming up. Got the pass to Dode. Dode still with the puck, centering pass. Picked up by Seelar. Shot, big save, Kovac. Right place, right time. Nice pass by Seelar. Good to see Seelar playing all 60 minutes. Still dominating. See, can't knock him off the puck. There's a big shot again. Kovac, I'm telling you, I've watched UCF for a decade and a half. This team is starting to come together, and it's a young group. When you look at our roster, freshmen. 5 tonight. A whole slew of sophomores. Plus whoever they've got coming in for next season. Coach Brewster, again, this is just his first season, and he's been working all alone.
This is the right time, though, for the Knights to get good right before the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the Knights are definitely on the rise, and you'll have Renner and some other guys that'll be back next year. Right in front, looking for his 4th goal is Rocket Renner. He's like, I won 4. He's going to try to feed Dre, I promise you. There's a shot, pad save. They got Dre out there now. Renner's like, get out of here, go up front. So Dre staying back. Coming through with a little speed. Haven't called his name too much, Snyder, tonight. Turnover, Graziotti. Oh, nice poke check. Good job, Bryce Malcolm. Graziotti getting worked over in the corner. Here's Dre, he's all alone. Oh, couldn't pull the trigger. He stick check from behind. Lasky there. Dre nearly had an opportunity to pull it. Turnover. Lasky. He said, well, I'll come back. I'll do it all on my own. Now he avoids 3 Owls. He goes back. He comes in. He gets to the slot. Backhand. Runs a man over. Pushing and shoving, but Moriarty again. Tell you what.
Let's go to that replay.
Watch this. Oh, did we get it?
Yeah, we got it.
Right
So
ahead.
here we go. Quick movement here. Who else? Lasky has been a lot over the ice tonight, and he almost made a move. A few jabs there. He almost made a move around Moriarty, but just wasn't quick enough to it. But what a play there. What a sequence of event there from Lasky. He did have a goal earlier in the 3rd period with an assist from Dre.
You know what? He's in the box. It's going to be an Owls power play. That's a well-earned penalty, son.
That's what you were talking about earlier, Lewis.
He went 200 feet, forecheck, back check, took it off. Moriarty in. We're going to skate 4 aside. But Coach Brewster, you know, for a guy who had plumbing problems all week, he's got to be pretty happy now going home this Saturday night.
Back-to-back wins.
Yeah. And he got his plumbing fixed.
That's also a benefit.
Yeah, you don't want to go use an outhouse in this weather.
Yeah, and most people are probably staying home in this weather, so.
All right, where's Dre? We're on Dre watch. He's not out there. Graziotti. Fuller on the forecheck. Rims all the way around, Pavanka back. Less than 1 minute in the 3rd period. Knights up 7-1. Terrific night for UCF. Hard shot from Fuller as he winds up. Fuller picks up his own rebound, gets rubbed off. Lots of fans banging on the glass. They love it. The Knight faithful standing up here tonight. Loose puck, Pavanka shot up and over the blocker. Fuller with his shot and a save. 21.8 left.
These are what these Knights fans came here for tonight, Lewis. And I'm going to be honest, after that 1st period, I thought it was going to be may even go into overtime because it was so close. No goals for any of these teams. But it's been 7-1.
Yeah, 0-0 the end of 1, 4-1 end of 2. But the Knights have just flexed their muscles tonight. They're going to win their 3rd game in a row, get back to 500, and they got some momentum going. Shot, rebound, score, no!
They're calling it off.
Whoa!
Fisher was happy there. They called it off. All these fans think it's a goal. Let's take a look. Yeah, so here we go. So we saw that the puck came from the stick of Musselwhite. The name is great. And we saw that the puck floated right out in front. And who comes in? Well, big number 15, Armando Santiago came in, and he tried to get it in. Buffard with the rebound.
It was going in. Buffard hit it with a high stick. Way to go, Beckham. You took Musselwhite's first goal. So that was the reason. You saw it right there on our cameraman, Mr. Rajano. So those guys going at it. Couple players go down. Here we go. 15 and 16 going at it. There's Barry. Lots of pushing and shoving. Never want to see this, right?
No, you don't. I don't like seeing it as, even when I'm watching professional sports, I say, please, if it's my team I'm watching, please don't do something stupid. Well, they just called a penalty against, I think, one of the Owls.
So the cooler heads will prevail. They'll go through the handshake line. We'll get ready for the Seminole Money Tree stars of the game coming up next. We'll be right back, everybody. For all of your mortgage needs, think Seminole Money Tree. Our dedicated staff delivers exceptional one-on-one service that is second to none in the industry. Yes, the American dream of home ownership is alive and well, but it takes the right team to make it happen. We offer FHA, VA, and conventional financing anywhere in the state. For more information, visit us at SeminoleMoneyTree.com, established 1986. The Orlando Ice Den Pro Shop is your one-stop shop for all your hockey needs. The Pro Shop carries all lines of the top protective gear and equipment. The Ice Den staff is trained to fit you in the right gear and recommend the best equipment for your skater skill level. Stop by the Ice Den Pro Shop now, or you can call them at 407-916-2552 and tell them that Lewis sent you. All right, welcome back, everybody. Big win, Isaac, for the Knights tonight, 7-1.
Yeah, and they gave the fans what they wanted. After that first period, it was 0-0. Remember that for all you watching at home, because I know Lewis and I do. And then, boom, the Knights exploded. Yeah, it was 2-1 for a bit, but 5 straight goals from the Knights. They never let their foot off the pedal, and we have the final score of 7-1.
Special teams, absolutely terrific. When it's so loud in here right now. When Brewster goes back and looks at the game, he's going to be very happy with what he's seen because they played terrific. You know, they played 60 minutes. They played shorthanded. They got a goal shorthanded. Power play, 3 straight. What
can you complain about, you know?
Crawford was good in net when he needed to be. They faced a good goaltender again in Fisher. 59 shots tonight. They had 55 or 57 last night. So over 100 shots in 2 nights. Big, big thing going on here right now with this UCF team. All right, let's get to it. Our Seminole Money Tree stars of the game.
So, of course, first I got to start with Graziotti and Crawford. I have them tied for 1. Graziotti had a few assists. I believe he had a goal at some point. In Crawford, he only let in 1 goal.
1 or 3?
This is 3.
Okay.
3. This is the third. Second is Dre. Dre had 2 goals, and he had an assist. Number 1, Renner.
Hat trick.
How can you not say number 1 to that? So, really, all facets tonight for UCF were good. Was it a slow start? Yes. But it was a slow start for both teams, okay? Had the Owls scored a couple goals and UCF didn't in the first period, we may be looking at a different game right now, Lewis. But I think, like you said, 3 straight wins. They're back to 500. And now they're getting close to making that hope. You know, they're hoping a playoff run. So anything can happen in these last couple games. And they play your Gators next.
Well, we'll see how that goes next week. Right now, 3 wins in a row for this UCF Knights team. Lots of momentum, lots to build up for next Friday and next Saturday. The D2 Gators coming into town, that won't affect the standings. So the Knights finish the season within College Hockey South playoffs with 3 straight wins. Just have to see what happens tonight and if there's any other games tomorrow. But remember, College Hockey South YouTube channel, Thursday the 26th. These UCF Knights are definitely in. It's just a matter of where they will be and when they will be playing. Yours truly will be there. All right. I want to thank everybody for watching UCF Hockey here on DSPN Live, your premier destination for all things amateur hockey. I want to thank Isaac Abdel-Messiah, always joining us here. College's greatest cameraman, Ray Bertoff, Von Drake keeping score down there, and all the staff here at the Ice Den. Once again, the final score, the UCF Knights 7, the FAU Owls 3. Stay warm, everybody, and we'll see you next time on DSPN Live. The following program is presented by DS